Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for All About Android is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
Welcome to All About Android, episode 298 for Tuesday, December 27th, 2016. We're your weekly source for the latest news, hardware, and apps for the Android faithful. I'm Jason Howell, sitting in the studio all alone. Well, not really all alone. Jeremy's back on the controls here helping me out. But this episode is the best of 2016 episode of All About Android, so it's definitely very different from what we normally do. We're not all sitting at the table. In fact, Ron and Flo aren't even here right now, and we don't have a guest. It's really just a look back at the year, and not necessarily the big stories, because we've talked those to death. Really what I do is I just go through episode by episode, pick out some of the funniest moments, because if we're going to look back in time on the full year of All About Android, we might as well laugh the entire way through. And the fact is, we have a lot of fun on this show. So I hope that's obvious by all of these clips that have been prepared for you, thanks to the hard work of Victor here at the studio. So without further ado, let's dive right in and start at the beginning of the year and take a look at some of the best moments throughout the year of All About Android. All right. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
First news drop of the year. Go.
Oh, yeah. It's a new year, but it's the same old Android goodness coming up now with Android news.
I thought you were going to say it's the new year, but the same old news.
Same old.
Was this the announcement where the guy from Huawei referred to this as the Lady Watch?
I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't watch the announcement, but I did see some press stuff call this the quote women's watch.
Yeah, no, but I think I saw people tweeting from the event or whatever, and they said the Lady Watch.
Okay.
And yeah, that they totally did. The guy called it. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at tweets from last night where Troy Wolverton tweeted Huawei is explicitly targeting women with the new model, calling it the quote unquote Lady Watch. So
Toy Wolverman
Toy
tweeted
Wolverton, the Lady Watch is wonderful. Just walked right into that one.
And unfortunately, when we start talking about the Huawei watch, it's very hard to not walk into that.
Here's a tweet in the chat from our good friend Brian. I put in there. Phil Nickinson says the Lady Watch is not really something you ever want to hear an executive say.
Yeah.
So Phil zeroes right in on that last night or this morning. Sorry, and that says it. So there you go.
There you go. There you go.
The Lady Watch from Huawei for your whist.
You're a game hater, aren't you, Ron?
No, I like games. Don't get me wrong. I'm pro games. But they have their place.
It's true.
You know?
It's true.
So.
And it's actually very surprising that you can't isolate just apps versus games in the Play Store as easily as you should be able to, because they are two very distinct and different categories. Very strange.
Right. And I will go as far to say that there is.
Yes. Yes. Oh man, we're waiting for you to go as far as to say that.
He went too far.
I don't think it's going to happen. He
Dramatic pause from Ron.
Go as far to say that nothing. No, you have nothing to say,
Do you
Ron.
reckon Google cut him off there? I know Microsoft owns Skype, but I think there could be something going on.
I think all the
It's
fans, the fans of games have spoken. They've said you no longer get a voice on this show. All right, fine, fans of games. We'll continue.
You win this round.
You win, but Ron will be back. If it wasn't for you,
he'll get the achievement for going too far when he comes back.
Brian, if you think you're ready, let's do the news.
This is All About Android to Major Tom. You will be missed, sir. And now it's time for Android news.
I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't either.
Tugging on the heartstrings there, Brian.
Really tugging.
Just wanted to see. I just wanted to see some emotion from you guys.
Yeah. I got choked up. I don't want to talk about it. It was very sad. It was very, very sad.
The new album's really good.
The new album's really good, and it completely changes how you listen to it, because it's basically
completely.
Because do you know what a black star is? Like what that reference is? No. Black star is a cancer lesion.
Oh.
Like he knew.
No, he knew.
He knew.
Yeah.
And how inspiring is that he knew that the end was near, and his first instinct is like, well, I need to
gotta
do
leave
another album.
something
I
behind.
need to do another
Thought about
album
it.
and do another
Yeah.
video and all that stuff. Like, how great is that? And you see that last photo, the
Yeah.
photo, like how great he looked. Like, inspiration. Love him, David Bowie. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that said,
All right. Changing gears.
changing gears.
Say goodbye to Motorola and hello to Moto, which, I mean, we're used to seeing Moto.
And it's not just Moto.
Going forward, Lenovo is phasing out the legendary brand name of Motorola.
It's Moto by Lenovo.
Oh, Moto by Lenovo.
A
Good
lot of
catch.
O's in there for you. A lot of O's in there.
This-
Moto
this-
by Lenovo.
You know, this is a really good time for a David Bowie song. Rest in peace.
Oh,
Which one?
Change, turn, and face the change.
it's true.
It's true. You have to
that.
turn and face the change. This is happening. Motorola's gone. We're gonna get through this together. And
It's not entirely gone.
damn it, we lost Motorola and David Bowie in the same week.
Yeah, it's not a good week. Well, actually, we did. No, I'm not going to correct on
Wait,
that.
Flo, whoa. Do you feel you like the Motorola brand? Like, do you feel
Like
feel
she's that
protective
upset
and
over this,
defensive?
right? Yeah.
Hey,
No,
my
I mean-
first phone was the Motorola StarTAC. That was the first
Okay.
phone my mom and dad allowed me to have that I didn't have to share with them. So,
Respect. Total respect.
I have-
But this is the thing. I think of the StarTAC when I hear the word Motorola. Like, to me, it's like old flip phones. Still, even now. And when I hear Moto, I'm like, oh, the Moto G. Like I associate it with like modern.
I
young-
like the Moto G though.
But here's
I mean,
the thing. Here's why I'm upset about it, and not to differentiate too much. But you're all looking at it from the context of phones, as you should.
Right.
But actually, Motorola is actually one of the great American electronics brands. It's been around. It was founded in 1928.
That's also
You know,
the context
like-
I'm looking at it
yeah,
from.
I mean,
They're
like,
a very
honestly-
established brand.
Yeah, honestly,
They're way
honestly,
more established than Lenovo,
this,
in my opinion.
not to get too weird political or anything like that, but a Chinese company came in and bought one of our trusted brands and now is killing it. Like that's what has
God.
happened. And that,
That's another way to look at it.
Not killing. Not killing it, Ron. Not killing it. That would be getting rid of it
It's
entirely.
changing it.
yeah, they're changing it.
They're
yeah.
castrating it.
Yeah, they're castrating it.
They're cutting off the end.
Cutting off a couple limbs and then adding by Lenovo.
And the thing is that this is the event where Google's going to pull out all the stops and partners are going to be
Yeah.
there and all that sort of stuff. And as great as the Android barbecue is, or as great as any of the other
delicious.
smaller events, they're not sanctioned, they're not official,
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
So, but going back to my theory, and Flo, you might want to take notes because I could be gifting you an article right now. Just looking on the Moscone Center's website, the same dates, Moscone is booked Moscone North, South, and West for the American Thoracic Society, which is
American
and-
Thoracic Society. How could you?
and looking at the calendar, there's something. This is what happens to the Moscone. It books up the Moscone. You think that Google can just throw money around and make the thoracic surgeons move, but Moscone sticks to their
Got another
guns.
thing coming.
Nope.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that Google, of all companies, couldn't get Moscone.
No,
but
I
maybe
believe it. I
I
believe
believe
it.
it. I've talked to the people at the Moscone Center. I've tried to get dates there. They
I
do
super
But you're on
not.
believe it
Google.
because once
I know,
they
true, yeah,
because
but-
once they plan something, and you know, doctors are probably like way up on it, like
Yep.
way before. Sorry, Google, way before you.
But also, keep in mind that this American Thoracic Society is taking all three sections of the Moscone, not just the one that
I mean,
Google
medical
takes.
conferences are huge,
Yeah,
though. My
right,
mom
that's what I
has taken
mean,
me
yeah.
to one before. They're really big. Lots of swag, way more.
I think that's why. That's my theory. So they're
I feel like the Google bot probably indexed Moscone's darknet,
Right.
like years ago and knew what dates were going to be open. I don't know. I think maybe if Google wanted to.
We should
But
go
no, you're right,
undercover,
you're right.
like to the thoracic,
Guaranteed.
whatever, and
Yeah.
just like pretend that we're there for it, and just like we're at Google we're at the American Thoracic.
I'm telling you,
blah,
I'm gonna
blah,
go.
blah.
I'm gonna go on the day. I'm gonna show up with my little
You,
Android
hey,
thing.
you know what, Ron? You might actually get in this time.
And I'm gonna find out a lot about the wonderful world of thoracic surgery. I'm very excited.
Let us know all about that, Ron.
I don't know. I just
On the scene reporting at its best.
Because I'm currently reviewing the Honor 5X. Now, the Honor 5X is Huawei's quote-unquote millennial brand. And
You're the perfect
actually,
person to review this.
Actually,
then, Flo.
before we talk about this, Brian, if you wouldn't mind, I've attached a little video from CES of the Honor press party with a fun little dance for millennials.
That bonus video in the doc.
It's a bonus video.
Oh, I'm kind
Uh-oh.
of slightly scared.
Oh, just fine. Yeah, let's just do it. All right, this is
Okay, we
Hey,
get it.
Shut
Google
up.
Plus.
Got
Jeez.
it, Google.
We got it.
Jesus.
It is synchronized hoverboarding.
Oh, come on. Did you just get up and walk out?
No, you can hear me yelling in a second. Hold on, it gets really good. There we go.
This is pretty sick right here.
Booty! You can hear me yelling booty.
Let me take a selfie. Oh my gosh, shoot me. The song just says, let me take a selfie.
That song is actually done by a group called the Chainsmokers, FYI.
You know this, Flo.
This is literally.
I do listen to Top
This
40.
is literally everything wrong in the world encased in 1 minute of video.
This is Honor's marketing shtick. I just want you all to look at this right now. And that table in the middle, those are they put 8 different flagship phones on there, and they did like a little game show where they were like, the 5X has this, the GS6 does not. The 5X has this, the G5 or G4 does not.
So while you were watching this presentation, were you like, yes, that is my generation? Were you like pumping your fist and you're like, finally,
Yes,
I've got
I
I've got
was like,
representation at CES.
I was like dancing in my chair, you know, I had like a glass of wine in my hand. It was like,
Were you taking a selfie?
I did take it. No, I didn't take a selfie at this one.
All of a sudden, I want to wear jeans that are 4 sizes too big and flannel and just run away to the woods.
Anyway,
I miss 1994.
It was pretty amazing. So I just wanted to preface it with that.
But let's do it. Let's get right to the news, Brian.
Ron may be gone, but all is not lost. It's time for Android News.
Good rhyming
That was
thing.
really good.
Good rhyming
I love
thing going
that.
there.
Little tribute to Ron too. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ron loves it too.
I was going to say now we have the freedom to make fun of him while he's not here. So to make sure he watched the show.
That's how you do it. Yes, he's been slipping a little bit. Sometimes he doesn't watch the show, and we get away with a lot. So I wonder what we're going to get away with today.
Ooh, yeah,
So-
we should do something like secret that only he would know, like some sort of mention, and then see if he watches.
I think we're destroying it now, though, because people will hit him up on Twitter and warn him
It's
of it.
very true. They're gonna tweet him.
Totally going to watch. By the way, Josh Windish, a.k.a. Mac and Josh, is joining us today.
That's right. Hello, everybody.
My nemesis is back.
My nemesis, the Mac
You
and
thought,
Josh.
you thought things with Brian were rough. Josh and I's relationship is a little rough. So
Oh, man.
I'll do my best to stay professional. So.
Yeah, correct yourself. Check yourself before you make
wreck
me
yourself.
wreck yourself.
No, I love Josh. Josh is one of us now, isn't he?
What?
One of us.
He kind of was. Okay, so his Twitter ID is Mac and Josh, which makes you come to the logical.
It's
Oh.
the Mac and Josh.
We
'Cause
just
there's
had
more
this
than one.
discussion before the show. He abandoned the Nexus 6P after
Yeah,
like
I know.
30 minutes.
I'm sorry.
And last time I was in the studio, he showed me his 6P and we
Yeah.
talked about it. I thought we had you.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that I have learned in working with Josh over the years, it is that he is quite possibly the most indecisive person I've ever met. So I don't think this is over. I think it's very possible he could come back to Android in like 2 days. It's just you never
Careful,
know with
he is
Josh.
controlling the camera angles on this whole thing. You don't want him to be indecisive about
It is
that.
possible. I have the lights on.
Oh no! hi.
It is possible. When I have to actually get a new phone, when it's time for me to actually get a new phone.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe.
Okay.
I was surprised at how close the two are, as far as usability for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we talked about the 6P, we shared some of the same complaints. So I understand where you're coming from. So.
Yeah.
What,
Mainly-
that it's too amazing?
no.
it's too-
The
it's too
power
big.
button is slightly too
Oh, no.
loose. It
The
just
power
you
button.
push it a little too easily, and it I don't know.
Also, those buttons are all in the wrong places.
That too. I
They're
can't
all-
mount it
yeah.
in my
Why don't you
car
guys just
very
go
well.
to Mountain View and pick it then?
Um,
I'm getting so upset about
Jeez.
this.
it's okay. Calm down, everybody. It's not the end of the world. He's just one user.
You're right. He's just one person.
Just one person
You're right.
who happens to have the entire fate of this show in his hands right now.
That's
So,
very
Josh,
true.
you are
He's like
awesome.
God
Thank
right
you.
now.
But I hope that the Mac and Josh is ready because it's time to get to some news.
Apple reported its earnings today, but no one on this show will care about that. It's time for news.
That was good. That was good.
Sorry, that was really good.
At the beginning,
That was
I was like,
awesome.
of course he does an Apple news.
No, that
thing,
was
but that
awesome.
good.
And it's true. Nobody does care on this show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this is actually advertised by the Kardashians on their show.
third time
Well,
you
we
brought up the
talked about
Kardashians
this.
on the
I
network.
know. I don't know how I still have a job here. So it's called the Lumi case. It's a case for taking selfies. And so when you watch the Kardashians, which I don't, Kris Jenner always has this.
Hang on,
her
I think
phone.
we've got some breaking news to cut into, Jason. I think we've got something else to talk about. Anything.
No, this is really great. Okay,
Let me
listen.
see tech meme.
Lumi case. There's not a lot of them for Android, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to check out the Lumi case?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely," but I don't have an iPhone, which is like the Kardashians. And so they sent me the one for the Galaxy S6. So this is a Galaxy S6 Edge. So what I did is I wanted to use this case so bad that I put another case on top of it and then like smushed it in here so that it would fit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, you
Because
did.
I
It's
wanted
like-
to use it so badly.
It's like Frankencase.
Yeah,
Frankenstein case.
because okay, but look how amazing these selfies are. All right.
Okay, should we
Okay.
do we
Wait,
dim the
I'm
lights?
sorry. I'm sorry. The sentence she just said, look how amazing these selfies are.
You know what, Ron?
You just wish you were
My
here.
friends are going to be old and wrinkly someday, and the only thing we'll have of each other is well-lit selfies.
A lot of
So,
Josh, can you take down the lights just a little bit
tiny
so that
bit.
we can see how
yeah,
well
because
this
the spotlights
illuminates?
are going to make us have a good selfie anyway. So.
Yeah, because these studio lights are just too
Okay,
big. Okay,
so-
I'll do the thing you normally do in selfies, and you go.
So, okay, wait, let's do 2 shots real quick. All right, so here's one. We have beauty mode on right now.
Oh.
So here's one.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to turn on the case. Look how bright that is.
It's like a ring light.
All right.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
That's good.
We can bring up the lights. Now we can see over here, over my shoulder. So,
We are-
oh, shoot.
Maybe you should have focused.
All right, so.
Okay, so
Jeez,
that's
man.
before.
So this is before.
Uh-huh.
This is after. Now
Illuminated.
notice that my nose is slightly missing, and that's a good thing
Is it?
because my nose looks better with this light on. You
Okay.
can't tell. But it
okay,
looks
so
better.
it does illuminate a little bit. Sure. Okay.
It just lights
Neither-
you. It
neither
lights
one
you
of
like
us-
you're in front of a makeup mirror.
Neither one of us did duck lips for the,
Oh yeah,
for the selfie.
I'm not a ducklet person.
Well, neither am I. I'm just I'm saying we're doing selfies. Isn't that what people do?
Sometimes you gotta take it seriously.
Okay.
I've never wanted to hear that Korean breaking news bumper more than right now.
Josh, we have some breaking news. Okay, that works.
Hey, that's the
Alright,
wrong
that
one.
works
It's the wrong. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Brian
Honest-
has these all out of whack
Yeah,
on here.
Brian's weird
It's all
about
Brian's fault.
how he fills out the TriCaster. It doesn't matter. That was just a segue.
Listen,
I appreciate that you like the selfie light thingy.
the crux of this whole thing is that iPhone users get all this cool stuff.
Yeah, that's okay.
And when
Cool
we
stuff.
get it, I get really excited about it because I want to be a little bit a part of pop culture too.
Fair
Just
enough.
a tiny bit.
Fair enough. Okay, it's Farproc is the developer in case there's a couple of
Yeah.
apps named Wi-Fi.
I tried to
analyzer,
find
but-
something that was legitimate,
Mm-hmm.
quite honestly, and that would just help us gauge what was going on.
Sure.
We still haven't fixed our Wi-Fi problems, but
Oh no, guys.
Oh.
Uh-oh, guys. I got bad news. I got real bad news. So they broke the All About Android wiki apps list up into 2 pages
Uh-huh.
because they're so big. And so
no.
the main list is episodes current to 151. And then there's a subpage for episodes 1 through 150.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough,
but I checked the
hang
wrong
on,
wiki.
on episode 87, Wi-Fi Analyzer was in the arena and it won.
Okay.
And also on episode 64, Songkick Concerts was there and it did not win.
Wait a minute. No, I did a search on that page.
No, there's 2 pages now, Jason.
No,
They
I did a
broke it
search
up.
on both.
I'm
So
looking at
apparently
it.
it did work. Ah,
Here,
Jesus.
go look. Yeah, look, I got it. Oh man.
Again?
All right.
Again.
Apparently we can't come up with new apps to show off on this show.
What is wrong with us?
Oh
Okay.
man.
However, that was a really, really long time ago.
That was so long. Wasn't that pre-run?
No, there was never pre-Ron.
I
Oh.
was never free run. I'm an original.
Ron's
I'm
an original.
sorry, Ron. I didn't know. I don't know the whole history. You guys never told me the history when I started here.
I like
That's why
what
they
no
can't get rid of me.
I like what no one says in the chat room. He says, "Oh, come on, who cares? It's like 10 years ago."
Right, exactly. I agree. It's double digit episodes,
Ay,
which
ay, ay.
had to have been episode 64 was. Oh man, what was that? 20? What year was that? 2007? I don't even know.
OMG,
geez.
my friends.
This
OMG.
splitting off of that page is getting a little.
That threw us off. Yeah, because now there are 2 pages that you need to go look.
Oh, this
All
was
right,
a show that Ron hosted.
So,
Oh, wow. It is.
Wait a minute. So scroll down. Scroll down.
Cute young Ron.
So this was the
June 18th, 2012.
So this episode 64 was what? Wi-Fi Analyzer or Songkick?
No, it was Songkick.
Dude, it was an episode I wasn't on.
It totally was again.
This keeps happening. I'm like, well, I don't remember. Yeah, there you go.
Because I think the groundhog did what we wanted it to today.
well, spring is
Did it?
coming early, right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Although
It took its shadow for a walk, and they decided to have spring come early. That's what I read.
I'm trying
I
to
never
wonder what the implications are for El Nino here in California.
I know. You know, the whole groundhog thing, like, that's actually not real.
No, obviously, but I also feel like it doesn't really apply to the West Coast.
Next thing you're going to say there's no Santa Claus.
I'll talk to you after the show. I don't want to spoil it for any of our fans.
Jason
but-
destroying all my
I'm
dreams.
sorry. But I'm sure we're giving Brian tons of ammunition. It's time to go to news.
Have you ever wondered what happens if an android sees a shadow? Nobody knows, but if we did know, it would be on Android News.
It's true. It'd probably be at the top of Android News.
That was a really good one. It's like
Topical.
He goes away on vacation. He comes back refreshed and ready, and yeah. So
It's possible he wrote that while he was away on vacation.
Yeah. The thought came to him on the beach. He's like, "Oh, Groundhog Day's coming up."
That's all I thought about while I was in Kauai was this show.
Had to find Evernote. I've got to write that down. Speaking of Samsung, they sent out invites for its Galaxy Unpacked event. It's going to be Sunday, February 21st, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific at Mobile World Congress.
6 p.m. World Congress time.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Prizes.
Yeah, you're going to be there, of course.
I am
right?
going to be there.
Are you going to be there, Liam? Do you go to these events for the devices, or do they hold you back for that?
I will not be there this year.
Yeah.
I've been in the past, but not this time.
Are you happy or sad that you're not going?
A little sad. I'm going to miss out on the smoked ham.
Yeah, the ham one. Uh-huh.
Liam, do you want me to sneak you back some ham into the country illegally and then send it to you to New York via USPS?
Illegally.
Absolutely. just put it in a Ziploc bag in your luggage. No big deal.
Yeah, I'll wrap it in a t-shirt, in some like dirty t-shirt. They'll never look in it.
That
Yeah,
ham is
exactly.
so good.
You just told everybody your plan to ship illegal ham.
Listen, I'm
And yet
Romanian.
she won't let US Mobile sell Xiaomi.
I
I'm
know.
Romanian. We've snuck so much food and wine into this country. All right.
Statute of limitations.
If you're watching and you work for USPS, we'll send you some too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll share.
Or
You'll
the
share your
U.S.
ham.
government, and please don't tax me.
Yeah, or immigration or customs. Just
So, do we think that there might be ham in the box in the Samsung invite?
I'm guessing that surrounding the actual technology inside the box will be a layer of ham.
Okay, good.
If
Because
you
it does
peel
have a
back
little
the ham,
Oh, I
you
feel
will
really
find
bad for the phones.
a
They're going to be so
Galaxy
greasy.
S7. Yeah, but they'll smell delicious. Galaxy S7, a S7 Edge, and possibly a larger S7 Edge Plus. All right. Hey, why don't we talk about something that doesn't induce hunger?
I agree.
The
I
news.
agree.
Let's do it.
If you were wondering what kind of bread Android would be, it would be moldy bread because it's green. Now it's time for Android News.
That was really good.
I like the color aspect. I object to the moldy.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm really enjoying these.
I mean,
Depends
if
who
you
you buy your phone from, if it's moldy or not.
yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true.
Why couldn't we be Irish soda bread that is dyed green?
I did
Oh.
not think of that.
There you go.
Such
See?
a bread connoisseur.
I'm just saying, I don't want to be moldy. Anyway, we got another email from oh man, this is not fair. Watching All About Android this week brought a question to mind. What would we think if Wacom would write a Huawei watch app? Would we welcome with Huawei? Would we welcome with arms wide and wallets open? We won't have to wonder or wish because Wacom won't write what I wrote here. I just want to hear Juan Richards read my email live. Kite. So there you go, Wendy Kite. Thank you for giving me lots of W words today.
Today's very giggly.
and Huawei would work. And they would not.
Oh, that was perfect.
That hurt my mouth.
I knew that would be difficult to get through, but I'm happy that you were the one to do it, Ron.
Thumbs up.
Would we not
Praise.
with wide and while it's open? That's the sentence that got me. That's right.
Thank you, Wandy Kite. If that is,
And Huawei, please never do anything with Wacom because we won't
cover.
appreciate that.
Yeah. We won't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I am busy gearing up for MWC. You can follow me. So I'm leaving for Barcelona next week. I'll be here next Tuesday, but after that, I'm going to be gone. So be sure to follow me at greenbot.com, pcworld.com, and on Twitter at OThatFlow. I'm just going to be in Barcelona eating ham and checking out smartphones. And
so jealous.
There's
I want that ham.
so much good stuff this year, y'all. So please stay tuned. I do this
No, but go back to the ham.
Yeah.
The hamon.
Yeah. We need to. Yeah, we're gonna need daily hamon reports. I'm
gonna try and sneak some back for you.
I
into
was
the
gonna
country.
say you could just
They
wrap it
sell-
up and bring it.
They sell like haunches at the airport. You can just grab one on your way.
It's a good idea. I'll bring Ron some ham.
Ham on.
Just slam it on the table like you're a Viking coming back.
And we should just like eat it during a show when I bring it back, like during the show, and just kind of like pick from it. And,
Gross.
And also, I think maybe talking about sneaking things across international waters on a podcast that's downloaded by thousands of people isn't a good idea. So maybe we should strike the sneaking
It's
part.
fine. It's just
It's
customs.
just ham.
It's just ham. It's not like there's bugs in it, like fruit.
It's just ham. It's just
You
ham
know,
on.
it's not like going to agriculturally affect California's agriculture.
Well,
I don't know. It might shame California's ham by going, "You're not as good as me." To California ham.
Are we pig people? Are we like? Is California a pig
I
state?
don't know. I don't know.
I think we have. We do chickens and cows. I definitely know.
I would like to raise my hand as a pig person. I eat a lot of pork.
I mean, raising pig. Anyway.
Oh no, I don't raise them. I just eat them.
Can you get excited about Samsung's 7 days of unboxing?
No.
Promotional site where a llama walks into a box and supposedly.
Oh, I missed that today because I was like so heads down working. Is it funny at least?
Well, I don't know. Do we want to watch it?
I feel like this is something Mateo would get really excited about.
It's a llama. Yes.
Yeah, here we
we're
are
talking
speculating.
About,
Here it comes.
See? So, yep. It's
Cusco.
It is working, isn't it? We're totally like now showing
Oh, that
it.
box looks like Oculus's booth at CES, by the way.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It totally does.
It's VR. This is totally VR.
Well, then maybe there will be a Gear VR given with pre-orders. And what do we think the llama's gonna paint as far as what it saw in the box? I think this is a meme waiting to happen.
Heck no.
Just go ahead and replace the canvas that you see here with anything and upload it to the internet.
Well, that kind of sucks.
And there we go. That's
That llama sucks at painting.
yeah.
That's weird.
Why couldn't they get a more artistic,
Yeah,
talented
they could've gotten
llama?
An elephant.
Jeez.
I'm gonna screen grab that for later.
You work on that, Brian.
This is what he saw.
Yeah. Before I go, this just in, Jason.
Breaking news?
The llama. We figured out what the llama painted. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very curious, Brian. I'm so curious. Oh, wow.
A little erotic.
That's an
But-
interesting painting, llama. Is that what you saw in the
That's
box?
very
Or the-
detailed.
Yeah, it's drawn from a photograph, I hear.
It's that's inspired by the hot tub piano machine.
That's right.
Photorealistic.
That looks very.
Jason, why don't you wear jewelry more often? It really suits you.
Oh, jeez.
I know I'm awesome looking in
Just-
this picture. It's just I can't unleash that photo onto too many people.
Just
'cause-
when I purged that image from
Yeah,
my brain
it's
and
a little
forgot
awkward.
about it, it comes back and haunts
Well,
you.
I almost went with this image. So.
I'm happy you had a couple of really great choices to pick from.
I'm really
Brian.
kind of disturbed that he has like a library of disturbing photos of all of us just waiting.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
Brian's good like that. He's a
Wait, did
professional.
Brian have one of me?
Oh, you don't want to know, Flo.
He's gonna save it for when he
Yeah.
when it's appropriate.
Exactly.
Oh, can't wait for that. Very interesting. And this one's how much again?
That was, but
I mean,
once I'd paid
conversion,
customs and everything, it was £130. So it'll be in the same price range.
About $200.
About $200.
Yeah.
But you're getting.
I got a quick question, Mateo. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Can you get that phone with a Mocha backing or no?
Not yet. So Mocha is
good
usually,
question, Ron.
It's a very good question. So Mocha is an aftermarket edition. This phone is so new, it's so hipster, that you can't get Mocha yet.
I'm surprised Mocha wasn't a launch option.
But I know you were after Mocha, so I brought this. Brian, if you can switch over. So this is the case to my Honor 6.
Oh my God!
Real leather Mocha.
Spit take.
Wow.
It's beautiful. So this is real leather made to look like Mocha.
So wait a minute. So it's real leather made to look like fake crocodile skin.
Yes.
Okay, just want to be clear on that. All right, that's good. I love
This
it.
is like Inception of cases. Interesting. It's interesting that this is your thing.
Well, someone in Europe has to bring this beauty to the Western markets,
and then they have to apologize profusely for it. Sorry.
Hey, I'm Italian. I know fashion.
All right, you keep telling yourself that, Mateo. I love it. I'm guaranteed to see Macadal at least once a year when Mateo comes into the studio. That's great. So I should mention you're a freelance writer and editor for Android Police, but yeah, you've got your work spread all over the web. So
He also writes for us.
Yes, for Greenbot. This is true.
Oh wow, we got double Greenbot going on. Double Greenbot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And neither of them are wearing green.
It's like a Greenbot sandwich right now.
Yeah, it's like a Greenbot sandwich. Yeah, and the green is up there. There.
Okay. All right.
There you go. You're wearing green.
Jason's wearing green.
Oh,
You're wearing green. I'm not.
50 Shades of Green.
apparently so. This week
we're a good Android parody.
Well done, Flo. You should write that one down. You should do 50 Shades of Green, I think.
I'm gonna do fan fiction right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Android is a huge number of people, users, so you've got a large number of people that would actually be interested in a book like that. So
I can go for some /fic Android style.
Oh my God, that would be the dirtiest thing ever. But anyway.
This week, we aren't going to be talking about the dirtiest thing ever. At least I don't think so. It might come up organically. Instead, we'll be talking about the first leaky bits of Android N. That was unfortunate.
That would be a chapter of the /fic. Would be
yes, it would.
Android's leaky bits.
That was an unfortunate little pairing there.
That was great.
A lot of people seem to be sick, but nobody's sick of Android news.
Look at somebody stepping into big shoes.
Yep. Hey, Josh has proven that he can do this.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. In a pinch.
Except the wide shot thing.
That's okay.
I don't. Every time you guys, have to give me.
It's okay. It mixes things up. It's all right. Yeah.
I liked it actually.
I'm gonna hug you after this show. I just hope you know.
Variety.
You're getting a hug.
Variety is the spice of life, Josh. It's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You brought your own signature to the show.
Yep.
We still haven't convinced you to switch to Android permanently, but that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Keyword is permanently.
Yes. He has tried it. He was Android curious for a while. He's back to curious. He's just back to iOS again. So an email from Ronak from the SF Bay Area says the discussion about possibility of removing of the app drawer was very interesting.
Controversial, even.
Controversial, yes.
That was heated.
Even though we kind of ended the conversation saying, well, okay, the rumors were probably unfounded, it still sparked an interesting conversation about the idea of not having an app drawer. He says, I think you guys missed an important point during the discussion. I've noticed that most of my non-tech savvy friends and family already use the home screen as an app drawer. Okay. This is because the Play Store has add app icon to home screen enabled by default. So the app shortcuts get added to their home screen anyways. This also confuses some users because now the app is at two places. When they long press the app on home screen and drag it to a remove label, they think they're removing or getting rid of the app from the phone. Now that apps can actually be uninstalled from the home screen itself, OEMs are moving towards hidden app drawer by default to make it simpler for the average user. I also hope that there's still an option to enable the app drawer if it actually is removed at some point.
This is a much more detailed, eloquent
argument that's similar to the argument I was making. I sounded like a babbling idiot, but we know the difference of the app drawer, but you give the phone to my mother, and I should. By the way, I should address the drawer issue.
It popped up on Twitter though.
It's been rampant.
Really?
It's been I've been dealing with it ever since the last episode.
So sorry.
Sorry, I was a part of that in the beginning, and then I think I kicked off a
I'm going to explain it once. I understand that the app drawer is spelled D-R-A-W-E-R. I happen to be from Long Island, and we say draw. So, or I say draw.
I wish I had an
accent.
accent.
Could be wrong. So
just
there you go.
California flow.
Yeah, every now and then it slips in. I said the draw. It's the draw.
Well, love it. Keep doing it, Ron. Keep doing you, girlfriend.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite things about speaking to Ron, to be like his accent.
I know, right? It's awesome. It's like, man, you're from the other side of the United States.
Apparently
What's it like over there?
Apparently, we drop our R's, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and I'm from Jersey and New York, and I just want to squish Ron every time I hear it. But the draw. Oh wow, that is completely true, Ronak. Is there like an award for like best viewer email that I can give out? Can I make one up right now?
Well, I'll go ahead and put a note next to it in the doc.
Although be
and
careful,
say that you
because
really
if you
liked
start
it.
giving awards, then that's going to set a precedent for us to give awards all the time, and we
we have to give awards out to every viewer. If we give you guys an award, every reviewer, every viewer's got.
You can't give everybody an award.
Hey, Mark.
No, you can't.
Mark, I did you a solid. I wrote a note next to the email in the doc, and it says Mark really liked this email. So
I did. I really did.
Right.
So this guy is speaking directly to my heart zone, because I used to be a product manager. I'm a UI and UX guy, and he's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And this is what terrifies me. And I was talking to a colleague about this today. It's not a matter of whether or not it's the right decision to make, I think, because he's absolutely right. A lot of users who are coming from iOS and see Android as this like weird amorphous platform that is always so different. Yeah, to them, it makes perfect sense. If you're going to get rid of it from the home screen, you're going to delete it. It doesn't compute. What scares me is that Google would set the precedent that switchers are the most important market to hit in terms of user experience, as opposed to the loyal, I don't want to say Nexus warriors, but the Android loyalists. So from a user experience perspective, that to me sets a very, very dangerous precedent to just say, okay, we'll get rid of the drawer because iOS users don't get it.
Yes. So
that was the end of my statement.
Sorry. Period.
End of sentence.
Yeah, I mean,
Excellent.
yeah, okay. Everything you said makes total sense. And just BT dubs, my mom totally uses her phone like that. She just lets everything splay out on the home screen and is like,
I told you.
Merp.
Yeah.
Then we have a messy home screen.
Oh, it's so messy. I just can't even.
But the
I
thing
can't even
is that
concentrate.
here's the thing. The only person to blame for a messy home screen is the person who owns the phone.
Mother, you're a mess.
Right. No, but I mean,
we're not getting into it.
That's the thing, is that like it's easy. Like you don't need to have a messy home screen on that phone that you were like, oh, this is such a pain in the ass to use. You can clean it up. It takes literally 10 minutes.
No,
while
it
you're
does not
watching TV.
take 10 minutes.
No,
it does not take 10 minutes. It takes way longer than 10 minutes to clean up a messy home screen. It is a labor, but it is not a labor of love. It is a labor of frustration.
And necessity.
As you hold on down to that icon and you try and drag it away, and it's just not going over to the next screen.
And this is just like oozing with melodrama. It's a
dramatic topic. Look how upset we're getting over it.
It's not just melodrama. It's a big deal. Like,
it
I've been
is.
using the Mate 8 for a while too, and Huawei is one of the manufacturers who's.
Oh my God! It's so bad. It's so
making
bad.
it so much worse.
So bad.
Like, just stop. It's the experience of setting this phone up to make it behave like the way that I want it to, which is to me half the point of Android. Is, oh my God.
Mark, I wish I was there to hug you right now. Like, we need to just hold each other through this.
I'm with you. I wish I were too, because I'm feeling anxiety in my arms and in my back. Like, I feel tense now. Like, I'm upset.
It just gets weird. It's getting weird.
You guys just don't get it. It's like, listen, let's just put it this way. Googs is not going to do us wrong. They're going to let us have an option. I feel it in my heart.
Praise to Arte. Praise to Arte, and all will be okay.
Before we move any further, we have to pour one out for the homie.
Here we go.
Do we have
another,
like that sad like
this-
army march music where that
Let's see
funeral?
if I can get it.
another Jason phone. Another crack.
Oh man!
There we
Look
go.
at that.
To the bottom one.
Yeah, there's one down there. It's kind of hard to see.
Right there. Right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
That crack is so bad though, Jason.
It's not as bad as my Nexus 6 when I dropped that one.
Yeah, you shattered that.
yeah, I
one,
know, but the thing is, that thing dropped really hard, and this,
very far.
And this thing,
Oh, thank you for that transition. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so just real quick, we don't have to
there's the
spend a lot of
point.
time on this.
There's the point of fracture.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
exactly
and
where it
then
happened.
Leo's GS7 Edge looks the same on the back.
So yeah, so durability. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say there's at least a little bit of a concern with the S7. Now, granted, it did fall out of my pocket, so there is some fault of my own.
But at what distance?
Well, I was sitting cross-legged on the floor, and it literally just slipped out of my pocket to the floor. So probably,
Would you say 4 inches?
probably about this far.
5 inches?
Wow.
Because I was sitting cross-legged on the floor, and it just kind of went zhunk down onto the floor.
from
And
the
when I
pocket.
picked it up, I had that.
I wonder if it's still waterproof, by the way.
Good
let's
question.
Let's put it in the coffee and find out.
I don't know if I'm ready to test that. But I will say the thing I really have liked about the S7 and what I like is kind of a design touch in devices that I enjoy to use is you can see as I move around the kind of light glancing off the glass, the glass is curved. Right? So it's curved all around slightly, which means that if this lands on its face, the only thing that it touches is glass to the ground. So this is a durability issue that people should at least be aware of. The bezel does not protrude beyond or further than the glass. The bezel is kind of set inward. And so something to think about. It did not take very much for this crack to happen. This could happen to you.
Do we think this is planned obsolescence?
Nah, I just think it's design.
How many days did you have it? How many?
I don't know, a week and a half.
How long did you have the 6P before that happened?
Or the 6.
What do you mean? The
When you shattered the 6P?
Oh, the Nexus 6.
Nexus 6. I'm sorry, Nexus 6. I'm sorry, yeah.
I don't know. I had that probably like 3 months.
Oh, it was 3 months before it shattered? I thought it was sooner. I thought
maybe it was sooner.
yeah.
I can't remember.
Maybe you
I'm just wondering if
shouldn't have a phone.
I was going to say, I wonder if there's a danger zone period with you where we need to get you through that first month.
What needs to happen is apparently like I'd like
need a
no
case.
question case for
Support
me, which
group.
I'm okay with. Like I'm fine with having a case on my 6P now.
my purple one?
I've gotten used to it. I enjoy my devices living and not dying. So there we go. Anyways, something to think about. I'm sure I can get it replaced.
You see, that's why it was funny because you changed your avatar to that before this happened.
Yeah.
And then I saw your tweet about this
pinned
happening,
tweet.
and the avatar really set the tone for the mood of the post. So
It was
that was well
fitting.
done.
It's to say
I
the
like your
least.
brand, Jason.
Oh yeah, totally meant to do that. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about some news, Brian.
If there's one thing that Jason can't break, we hope it's Android news.
Oh, but we hope there's breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Maybe there will be.
Think about it again. Take it back. Take it back.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say our resolve. You can't break our resolve. You can break our phones, but not our pride. Our resolve.
Okay, show of hands. Who has dropped their phone and broken it in this current modern world of smart?
Okay,
smart
how far
devices?
back are we going? Are we going texting phones, future phones?
No, smartphones.
Yeah, smartphones with big
Android.
glass.
Android.
Big glass. So okay.
I've got the one.
I
forget
threw a
how it
Droid
happened.
Turbo 2 at some concrete. Oh,
well,
I
you
did,
threw it. That was
I
intentional.
Did crack a Xperia Z4. I dropped it on the concrete at the BART station.
Okay, that counts.
But you know what, though?
What?
That thing is also made of glass, and it did not shatter that way. All
Yeah.
it did was just like, you know, when it gets really rough on the edges. Yeah, that's all it did.
Yeah.
It just looked like-
I dropped the Nexus 4 about maybe 2 or 3 inches on a marble bar and completely
Yeah,
shattered.
yeah.
Yeah. Just marble was not a
Was
good.
it the back panel that got shattered?
It was the front panel that
Oh
got
my
shattered.
gosh.
Yeah. I
Jeff,
still have that one.
you raised your hand. What kind of damage?
Moto X from my hand to the concrete.
Okay,
And
walking.
just shattered.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it takes at that point. That sounds like my Nexus 6. Yeah.
Me too.
And then,
Brian wants to participate.
I shattered a brand new Samsung S4 Active. It fell out of my pocket while I was riding a motorcycle.
Shattered an Active? What?
I was doing about.
You should get an award.
Yeah, it was destroyed. The only reason I even knew it fell in my pocket is because it hit my foot as I was riding
And
my
it hurt?
motorcycle. Oh no, it didn't hurt my foot. The phone was obliterated though.
It like hurt to.
It hurt
add
to
in-
look at it.
No,
Yeah.
just to add in like how much heaviness it is. 'cause-
No, it wasn't that bad, but I saw it tumbling in the middle of the road.
Oh, that's the worst.
Middle of the road.
Gone. They sent
He
me
was
another
riding a
one though.
motorcycle when it happened. He was on a motorcycle and went.
Yeah, it was a review unit for before you buy.
Oh, jeez.
And then they
badass,
never let me
actually,
have
ride a
another
motorcycle.
phone.
Strange how that works, isn't it? Okay, it's a little bit of a slow news week. New icons makes the news. Whatever. We've got stuff. I'll just say that. Let's talk about some news.
Spring is here, which means you should stay inside and pay close attention to Android news.
That's right.
Especially if you have allergies.
Very general Android news there.
okay.
It wasn't very non-specific there, Brian.
You guys didn't give me much material.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
Yep.
It was a really good, affordable phone. Mid-range,
Hopefully-
affordable phone.
Hopefully they don't load it up with bloat after the
That
fact,
was the
like
thing
they
that
did with the
sucked about
Zenfone
it, though,
too.
All the stuff that they load. I mean, for goodness sake, they put the Mac keeper of all apps on there, Clean Master.
Yeah.
Anytime I see that come preloaded, I'm like, red lights, bad news, not good.
I'm wondering if clean. Oh, okay. So check this out.
Wow, good call.
I was like, whoa. I wonder if it's ever been in the arena. Clean Master was in, albeit a long time ago, episode 103.
Wow.
I actually
strike that one from the
Command
records.
F'd that once, and I'd like to know whose pick that was.
Well,
'cause I
let's
have a
see.
phone to pick with them.
It was me.
It was Jason, and
was
not only was it Jason, but it won,
the arena.
It was a win.
Insane, the membrane.
Yeah.
What was the date on that show?
That was April 2nd, 2013.
April 2nd,
Wow.
2013.
It was Gina era.
Gina
I love
era.
that our show is broken up into
Episode 103.
Yeah, third host eras.
If you're going back into the library, Jason won.
There we go. Hey, the community doesn't lie. Or apparently the community was fooled, and so was I. So there you go. That was a couple of years ago. All right? Maybe its reputation has preceded itself over the last couple of years.
My app in that arena was Rethink. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, well, shows how awesome it was.
Yeah,
Ron, shows why it didn't win.
Yeah, that's a very good point, sir.
There we
Speaking
go.
of not
Okay, so
winning.
I apologize about my shortcomings 3 years ago. There you go.
You won, though. Don't
I won, I suppose.
Still a winner in my heart.
All right, good. There you go.
Okay, Samsung, you guys, if your people are using Samsung phones and they're having problems, then you really want to check out the Samsung Plus app, which just entered its third version last week. This new version of Samsung Plus comes with a couple of new features. It still has live customer support, the way that Amazon's Kindle does, just like, May Day. But this time, they can now take over your device if you're having problems like locating where a certain setting is, or maybe you're just having some trouble figuring out TouchWiz, because it can be a little confusing to use. That's what happens when you skin a version of Android.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Samsung Plus.
Did you find
It's a
out
good
about
app
this
to
in the
install.
Samsung fan club newsletter that went out this week, or crickets?
Yeah.
The thing to me with apps like this, it's like this has got to be way more intimidating for somebody who's not familiar with smartphones to use than just trying to figure out what it is they're trying to do. Like, if you were to say to some people, just let some person in another country take over your phone for a few minutes and show you how this works. I feel like they would be more hesitant. Greg
they're
is
not in
totally
other
here in
countries.
America.
Look at
They're-
those!
yeah,
look
they
at
have,
those piercing eyes on this dude.
They have 3 call centers in America. They have one in Texas, one in New Jersey, and then one somewhere else.
Keep going, Brian. Keep going. Those eyes are piercing. Those piercing blue eyes.
I will
look
tell you
green to me.
guys, this app is
Maybe
really
green.
helpful when your mom calls you a lot about her Galaxy S7.
So
or
do you
S6
really not help your mother and hand her off to a Samsung?
Let me tell you how I helped my mother recently.
Really? Listen, Mom, I'm too busy. Download this app, and Steve
No,
over here will talk to you.
I-
Steve from Samsung.
Can I transfer you over? Okay, tell us, Flo. Tell us, Flo.
I tried to get her to use this dang app, and I was like, Mom, just install the app. I installed it for her, and I was like, here's how you use it. She just wasn't having it. She's like, it's still not working. Like the battery on my GS6 Edge keeps dying. The other day she was texting me furiously. She was like, I just plugged it in and it's not even charging. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then she's texting me from like her coworker's iPhone because her phone had died, and she was like, blah, 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 getting all upset. So I gave her a Nexus 6P, and she's like so much happier since I gave her the 6P.
Hey, Flo, it's Greg. Don't worry. I'll help fix your mom's phone. Just give me a call, okay? I got this. Just look into my eyes and don't forget, Samsung will help you.
Don't look at my mouth. Don't look at my freaky box mouth. Just look in my eyes.
Listen to me.
This is a simulation, not a real situation of the Samsung
To our
app.
audio
This is total simulation.
To our audio
I would
listeners,
actually like it better if that was the real.
Yes, right. This is how Samsung chooses. Brian, I've given you plenty of content to pull from. I expect to be wowed. It's time for the news.
Oh, man, that's a lot of pressure.
Yes, it is. I want to see what you do with it.
This just in, Hiroshi's new title is Air Captain, and you will see him soon flying his air dirigible. Stay tuned for more on Android news.
His air dirigible?
Dirigible.
Dirigible.
Air dirigible?
That's what they used to call
That's
it.
a really hard word to use.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, Brian.
I know. With all that pressure leading up to that, you pulled through, Brian.
It's an old-timey way of saying blimp.
Oh.
A dirigible.
I'm just now getting the Marshmallow update for the Galaxy S7 Edge on Verizon. By the way, I've stopped using the Galaxy S7 Edge. It literally just sits in a pouch on my desk at home because even with the Lumi case on, it's like, why bother?
Why bother? From what perspective? Like, it's just not powerful enough? It's too delicate?
Well, there's actually a couple reasons for why I had to stop using it, and part of that is because Verizon got mad at me for kept swapping out SIMs. But the other
Verizon,
thing,
why does that matter?
Well,
jeez,
I'll tell you about that story later.
Drop Verizon, seriously.
I know. Every time I talk about it, people are like, kill it, and I'm like, I'm having a really. You're not going to turn this into
it's an
Flo's
abusive
having a life
relationship.
crisis.
This whole Verizon thing, like, get out.
I know.
Excuses, Flo. You gotta quit.
I just feel like if I keep yelling about it, they'll just hear me and then just like.
I don't think so. I don't think Verizon cares.
No, they can't hear you now.
Nice one, JR. Nice one. And I feel like we should segue from there because
I don't know. I have to write that down.
There's no
before
way we can ruin that
they
moment.
can't hear you now. Thank you for the title. All right.
And with us this week, since Jason is out, we've got a fill-in. We've got our good friend Mark Bursteiner joining us. There he
Yeah,
is.
that's me. Hey, guys. Glad I could be here.
Back by popular demand while Jason is living it up in Vegas, doing the NAB thing. We figured we'd get an injection of Mark energy.
Yeah.
Are you guys tired? Because I'm going to wake y'all up.
Yeah, I am actually a little. I suggested that you come back on today because I was like, I'm a little tired today. I need some espresso in the form of a person.
That's perfect.
So I decided to bring you on.
Perfect. Very caliente. I like it.
Yes. So before we get started, we have a little bit of breaking news.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
It's coming.
We have a little bit of breaking news as our good friend Kara is filling in for Brian, and there she is. There's the breaking news to Flo. Do you want to update the folks?
Yes.
This is a little narcissistic. I'll be honest.
Extremely narcissistic.
This is a little inside.
It's extremely.
Anyway, go ahead.
But today, Google told me that a good friend of mine shares a birthday with me, and he's sitting right here next to me. His name's Ron Richards.
Through some bizarre fate twist of fate, Flo, we are born on the same day, which is very weird.
Very weird. Different years, so we have different zodiac signs coming in.
As we've well documented over the show. So there you go. There's your little tidbit of All About Android host trivia that we share the same birthday, and it's coming up in a couple of weeks.
It is coming up.
So start your shopping now.
Brian, man, it's good to be back. Give us the news.
Jason and I survived NAB, and I also forgot to get a gift for anyone. But here's Android news.
See, I thought I could depend on Brian. I thought that, Jason's busy, he's going to forget, but Brian's going to remember me.
I know. I got so many keychains too, but I'm gonna keep them. So
I don't know. Brian sent me Snapchats, so
This is literally reliving my childhood. By the way, like sitting on the stairs waiting for Dad to come home from the business trip. What'd you bring me? And he's like, just grumbles and walks by. And
you don't get one. You know what my dad bought me or brought me home one time?
A rock.
The big storybook edition of E.T.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it was awesome. For some reason, that's just like stuck in my brain. And I actually saw it at a bookstore not long ago. Why did I not get it?
Yeah, why didn't you buy it?
I don't know. I should have.
For $8.95, you could have bought a piece of your childhood.
It's true.
My father used to come home with those with Toblerone.
That's a good
but
one.
In 1983, that was a big deal
Yeah, it
because you
was.
couldn't just get it anywhere.
Yeah.
So that was always a good one.
I'm gonna tell you what my dad brought me. Lots and lots of Barbies.
Oh, that's a really
I always got Barbies.
that's great.
that's very
I'm gonna have to remember this.
That's very nice.
Because
Oh wow,
my
she's tearing up. Wow.
This is an app by an indie developer. I'm pretty sure that whoever created it just kind of like on a whim to play around with it. Between 100 and 500 installs, so very low install count on it. It's called FaceJacker. I'm not sure I care for the name.
I was gonna say something about that. But I did not.
It's okay. I'm just getting that part out of the way. FaceJacker, the name. Don't care for it so much. Anyway,
I was gonna say I saw this morning and I was like, oh, Jason loves these apps. You love these apps.
I do. I have a lot of fun with it.
Despite the name.
Okay, so I've played with Masquerade, which Facebook bought recently, and it allows you to basically, wear a mask of somebody else's face in real time. I always kind of felt like it would be nice to be able.
So it was similar to the Snapchat video filters.
Yes,
where they
but they're predetermined, so they choose. So they would find something like Donald Trump face or
inappropriate Bob Marley.
Yeah, but that's Snapchat. That's different.
Yeah,
that's different. So they would do that. They wouldn't let you necessarily pick the image that you're masking with. And so this independent developer just kind of took, what did he take? He took the some face landmark data. It's a large app. It's like 72 megs. Because he baked all of his data in there.
It's also memory jacker.
Possibly so.
Good one, Ron.
Yeah, good.
Brian didn't laugh though, so it doesn't. Flo laughed, but not Brian.
Count. No ads, no in-app purchases. I'm pretty sure he just kind of did it because he was playing around or whatever. Yeah. A good kind of way to show off the technology. But what it allows you to do is you can create a mask of your own and then import them to kind of.
Do me.
So let's see here. It's not.
Oh, this is horrifying. No.
Oh my God, Jason looks so great as me.
There we go. There I am.
You look amazing as me.
Let's see here. What else do we have?
I don't like these apps. No! Give me back my face. Don't do that.
I just stole Ron's face.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here.
So
Arnold
good.
Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
It's working really well in this
look like
lighting.
the Governator.
This lighting is like really friendly for you.
Here's the problem with
Leo.
this app. Nice. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with this app. It's unnatural and it's wrong.
It is. Lumberg.
Nice.
Ooh, they got the glasses on too. That's awesome.
I'm Lumberg. Let's see here. And I'm sorry if this is what he just kind of whipped together just because it was fun. I'm Brian.
What? Where'd you get that?
Google Images, of course. And finally, I'm Padre.
Oh, you got cool Padre with glasses. I love it.
This one didn't work out so hot because it was a picture of Padre kind of far away, so it's a little blurry when it blows it up. And then you can create these on the fly. So I'll go ahead and let's see here. How do I do this camera? So create mask from gallery. It's a little, the UI can be kind of confusing here.
Like Snapchat.
Yeah, probably so. Here, let's do the
Snapchat UI is confusing.
There's no what UI. There's no UI.
It's just
okay. So I'm gonna do you here.
I like the pose, Ron.
Ooh.
Oh man. Oh, check it out. Check it.
Whoa! What? That's scary. Wow.
There we go.
I'm screenshotting that.
It was that easy. Take a picture of someone, and boom, I've got their face. Karen, come over here.
Come here, Karen. Come here. No.
She runs away.
You TD'd last week. You got to do this. Come on.
She runs away.
Come on.
Oh, come on, Kara.
Come on.
She's working.
All right, she's working. I won't push her into this. It would be a lot of fun, but it's okay.
All right, she's in. All right, sit down.
She's in.
Okay. Okay, sit down. Let me swap this around to the front. Okay.
Horrifying. I want to see it.
Okay. It takes...
He renders it pretty dang well.
It does.
Oh God.
Wow.
All right. Anyways, I love these apps. I don't know. I can sit here and do this.
It looks like her brother.
All right. I'll finish the
do a flow.
Yeah, I got to do the flow. Got to go with the flow. Okay. I love how like
intense. That was
it takes
intense.
it and then wait a minute. What's happening? Oh, you know what? I got to do that again. It like took the picture and then registered my tap.
That's intense. That was like a queen face.
Wait a minute. I don't know why it's not working.
It's too intense.
Okay. One more time. I promise, and then we'll move on because everybody's like, quit it.
Live demo. Great.
I know. Okay, now we're getting it. So then I gotta.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Wow.
That's so creepy.
Anyways, you can try on anybody's face with FaceJacker.
This is horrifying.
Hey, girl, let me jack your face.
Right.
No.
First off, all of like the Snapchat face swap and all this sort of stuff, it's horrifying.
It's kind of getting a little outplayed, BT Dubs.
And then they did the whole Bob Marley thing, and that was horrifying. And
Oh,
now
that
this
was
is
terrible.
horrifying.
Oh, that was
and
terrible.
It's horrifying. It's horrifying.
It is weird to look into like a live video feed and see something that's recognizable and then something that is absolutely not you. Anyways, it's a lot of fun.
Let us not forget the first FaceJacker, the TriCaster.
It looks like Gollum.
That was a rough one right there.
So Jason wanted to make sure there was news for you, so he put news in your news. Stay tuned for Android news.
Where is Exhibit when you need him? I heard you like news, so I put news in your news.
But Android peeps, I had to throw that in for flow. I've been an Android developer for 4 years and always wanted to go to Google I/O. Friday, Google sent me an unexpected email with the opportunity to register. Less than 2 weeks before the event. Well, don't kick a gift horse in the mouth. What tips do you Google I/O veterans have? What things do you wish you knew your first time, or what strategies do you have to make the most out of Google I/O?
Okay, first of all, Chad, I love your voice.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
No, Chad's a
you
natural.
Oh, is he?
Sorry. He's a
No,
natural.
A natural. I thought
Yeah,
she said
natural.
he's a
Yeah.
frequent guest. I don't know where I got that from. I'm sorry. I had coffee before I came here.
It's
so
okay.
that's why I'm
It's
a little
okay. It's
scatterbrained.
okay. You're doing good. This is gonna mellow you out. I promise. The drink will mellow you out.
Regardless, Chad, it's kind of hard this year to give you tips just because by virtue the location where Google I/O is very different than where it was last year. So I can't give you transit tips, but I can tell you to give yourself plenty of time to get to Shoreline. Whatever method.
I'm trying to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to build off of that, saying that it doesn't really matter where the venue is, especially for the keynote. Get there early to get a seat and to get a good seat. If you get there right when the keynote starts, you might be standing in the back.
Yeah,
and that's
and
no
here's
fun.
the thing,
Yeah.
because you're going on a developer's pass, you're going to be waiting in a much longer line than those of us in press. So we have our own line. They let us in first, usually.
Gotta
for
get
the
that in
front.
there.
Maybe we dial down the privilege.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just mean you're going to see a group of people be let in first, and that's the...
That happens to be me. So make sure you're not blocking my way as I'm going through the door. Just get out of the way so that I can get my seat.
Sorry, Chad.
Chad, make sure and say hi to Flo when you're in Google I/O. Okay.
Watch, I'm like, they let Preston last just because of me, and then Chad's being like, haha, sucker.
Yes,
And I'm
they're
like,
there at the line. They're
I
like,
mean,
wait
my
a
big
minute, you're
mouth.
Flo. We heard what you said on All About Android. You go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about the arena.
Oh, okay.
Because last week we had 4 wonderful apps, including a great app from our guest. And when I checked in on the arena at the end of last week, I accepted my fate that I was going to lose to the guest. And I'm excited to see that I won.
You won. 42%.
App volume control came in first. And then our guest's app, Fit Cat Watch Face, came in second with 32%. Followed by Fast Like a Fox at 21% and Pang Adventures at 5%. Yeah. So that gives us arena totals through 18 weeks. Jason is currently still in first with 6 wins, but I'm sneaking up behind with 5 wins, as is Flo with 4 wins, and our guests and Gina with 3 wins. And so Gina is back to try to defend the honor of the guest camp this week. But I'm glad to get back into it, and I get to sit back and watch Jason go first now. So.
You do. Thanks for managing that. That allowed me to get a head start on things. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
You're proud.
Nice. Even my best guy friend was telling me when we went camping this weekend how great your app pick was.
Jeez.
I just want you to know, I went camping with him for 4 days. This is what I heard about how great Ron is.
You can't even escape Ron.
I can't even escape Ron when I go to the woods.
Jeez.
What about your best girlfriend? What does she think?
I have not asked her yet.
Ron is totally a guy's guy, because I also had a guy friend at one point be like, man, that Ron is so cool. He had this great t-shirt on this one time. I really wish I could get that t-shirt. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, sure, Ron's cool, but it's totally, I love that.
Everybody's best guy friend loves Ron.
Totally great, dude. It was just like, yeah, I like that Ron.
What is going on here?
I'm just going to say that
I can feel his ego emanating over.
Yes.
Gina and Flo, I like both of you a lot. I like your choice in friends better. So there you go.
Jeez.
Wow.
See, I wouldn't have shared that unless Flo made me think of it. So I was like, I didn't want Ron's head to expand the boundaries of the
He's in my
Skype
real world
frame.
now. Even my mom talks about him. But anyway, we'll talk about that some other day.
Everybody stop talking about Ron for a second. Here.
Remember when Ron got to hang out with Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, thanks.
Forgot about that.
Thanks.
That is so Ron.
That guy's so cool.
Jeez.
Look at him. Look at him. He's shooting pool
I
with
know,
him too.
he's so like calm and collected. He's just like, yeah, man, Ryan Reynolds.
With Ryan Reynolds and that guy from Silicon Valley.
I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Awesome. He was better. He was way more fun than Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I'm sure they're both really good friends now, aren't they, Ron?
Yeah,
aren't
cool.
they? Yeah, I'm sure.
Now, so yeah. It's all good.
All right, let's stop talking about how cool Ron is.
Show title. Ron
Let's
is so
get real.
cool.
Let's get serious now. We've had our fun, jokey little segment talking about how cool Ron is. You know, had fun with that jokey segment. Now it's time to get serious. Are you ready? You ready? Yeah, you. Come here. Thanks, Brian. I can't focus.
I'm ready, Jason.
Thank you, Brian.
Tell me.
If you want to have super control, I'm talking like more control than you've ever had over rotation, screen rotation on your device. Yeah. You want to lock it into portrait?
Portrait?
I guess,
Portrait?
Okay, that works. You want to lock it into horizontal? You want to do reverse horizontal? Yeah, you can do all this stuff. It's an app called Rotation Orientation Manager.
It's.
Yeah.
Well, no, they probably didn't have it because they'd melt because you were in a parking lot in 90-degree weather.
Ice cream
In
from time
90
to time.
degree.
Yeah, but I didn't see any hits. And if they were there, I failed in life because I didn't find
But that's
them.
okay. That's why I always have them in my freezer.
Oh,
You don't have Google
look at
branded
you.
Itsits. Have you ever gotten Itsits at Google? They have special Google Itsits.
What?
If you go eat at one of the Google cafeterias in the Google campus, in the area when you're checking out, there's always a freezer and it's full of Itsits, and the label says Itsit with the Google logo.
Those
Is this another California thing? What is an Itsit?
Okay, so an Itsit.
Oh my God.
Here we go. This is
Yes,
so important.
no, it is a
So
California
This is really
It is
important.
absolutely a California thing, and an Itsit is ice cream sandwich that is covered in chocolate. And there are different variations. I believe it's an oatmeal. It's an oatmeal cookie.
It's
It's an
oatmeal
oatmeal raisin cookie with different flavors
No
of ice
raisin,
cream.
just oatmeal.
Yeah, just oatmeal cookie. So an oatmeal cookie, ice cream in between, covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
So
And you could choose between mint or strawberry or pumpkin or mocha or chocolate.
yeah, there's a Google Itsit. Yeah,
It's so
There it
good.
is. Oh yeah, yeah. I could. My first job was working at a Carvel, so I probably made those. And just
Oh,
forgot.
Michael, you're speaking my language. That's I'm Carvel.
All about ice cream.
I love my Carvel.
I had an Itsit this weekend. The mint ones are bomb.
I know.
They're really good.
All right.
We might as well just do the news right now.
If you thought It's mints were delicious, just wait until you sink your teeth into Android news.
Delicious.
I will go
really
as far as saying
wanted
that was
It's
one
It.
of his best ones.
I know. I really want to know
And
it right now.
It might be because it was about It, but Brian, well done, my friend.
You guys gave me a lot of material to work with.
It was fertile soil, basically.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice little AAA plug.
Yeah.
I wondered why they didn't do
I
this
did that,
when
by
they
the way.
first-
I set it up like that when I took the picture.
Well done.
I was like, oh, do you listen to... So I had two Android Auto engineers sitting in my backseat of my car, by the way, while we were doing this. They do have All About Android on their on their podcast playlist, Pocket Cast playlist.
Oh, that's the biggest question about Google I/O is did you corner Sundar and is he a fan?
We did not corner Sundar, but we did corner Hiroshi.
We did.
Ooh. And had he
Chatted with
ever
Hiroshi.
and had he ever heard of the show?
Oh my God, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
He watches
Not only
us.
has he heard of the show.
I hope he's watching right now.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me with this.
I'm not. He's like, yeah, I know who you are. And I was like,
Go ahead, throw it on there, Brian. Hiroshi may have had some
There he
words to
is.
say. Basically, I know All About Android, and I know that you guys have a jib jab of me.
No, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
yes, because I met Hiroshi. We spoke for 15 minutes, and I was so excited. And I was like, Hiroshi, I have to go find Jason Howell. And so I left, and I went and I found Jason. I had like 3 people trying to help me find Jason Howell, by the way.
Which is hilarious
hilarious because everyone was saying
not
he's so
feeling
tall.
well that
How could you not?
find him?
I was feeling very under the weather that
Yeah,
day.
but I found
me.
you and I grabbed you now, and I took you away from a conversation. And I'm sorry for the people I took you away
With
from. I
the
believe
Android
it was
Central
Android
folks.
Central.
It was like I
folks.
had just got there,
I'm
started
sorry.
talking to them, and suddenly you come in, you're like,
Yeah.
Jason,
I had an agenda.
I was like,
I was like, you have to come meet Hiroshi, and I grabbed him and I brought him over.
but
and
I'm
I
happy
was
you
like,
did, 'cause I got to
actually
talk.
acknowledged the
Hiroshi,
fact that he
Jason.
knows that we have his
Yes.
picture
Yes.
and that we've done that. That's amazing.
Yes.
I'm so upset I missed that.
Yes.
It was pretty awesome.
And I also awkwardly called Rick Osterloh Mr. Osterloh, so I apologize for that.
You could call him
Mr.
a lot
Osterloh.
worse, I'm sure. Mr. Osterloh.
Well, I interrupted him. I was just very excited.
I know
to
you
see
were
him.
very excited. I will give you that.
So I get very excited around
Anyone
executives.
who watches the shows knows Flo gets excited about things.
I get very excited about the executives because we don't get a chance to really interface with them.
It's great interface.
And so it's nice to have them there and to geek out with them about a product that they work very hard on.
Yeah.
Next time,
So,
just be sure to call him Captain Rick. He reacts well.
I know. I should have called him
That's
Captain
how
Rick.
all the folks that work for Rick, that's what they call him.
I wanted to be respectful.
Sure.
Well,
Or make him feel
I
old.
wanted to be respectful. Or I didn't mean to make him feel old.
I can't believe Hiroshi acknowleded that we exist. This is amazing.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was pretty great. I
Ron's having
kind
a
of didn't know what
moment.
to say after that, but pretty excellent. Ron is going to play us out today. Great show.
It
Great
stopped
I/O
working.
recap.
There you go.
The robot heart.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and all about Android, all about Android, all about Android.
Oh,
I
boy.
feel much better. Thank you.
That was just for you, Michael.
But before we start with the news, can I just make a quick little shout out
Sure.
to Matt,
Hi, Matt.
one of our listeners who
Is that a question?
Verizon Wireless customer service representative and helped me in quite a bind, out of quite a bind last Friday.
Yeah.
So
So you're
thank you, Matt,
so
for all your help.
You're saying you're still with Verizon.
I'm still with Big Red, yes.
Wait, but let's just not gloss over. It's the fact that you had. Wait, okay, just to clue everyone into this. Flo had an issue with Verizon, called customer support, and the guy on the other phone goes, "Oh yeah, I know who you are." Right? Is that basically what happened?
Well, what happened is I was DMing like Verizon really angrily on a review unit phone, like on the way to work on BART, and then when I got to work, I finally like got in my DMs there, and then I was still DMing with Verizon, and then they were like, "Oh, well, where can we call you?" So somebody called me, and then it was Matt, and he was like, "So actually,
who watches the show?
Yeah, he said I wanted to take your issue because I'm a big fan of All About Android," and I'm just like, oh, I just turned super red because I'm like, okay, it's a good thing I didn't.
Good thing it was a video call.
It's a really good thing I didn't turn into angry Flo because then I
Right from the outside. All right there, buddy. Oh,
yeah, I was getting a little there, and then he was like, and I was like,
He calmed
okay.
you.
He did. He calmed me.
You got
calmed me.
your fame humbled you.
I guess.
I got a laugh from back there.
Anyway, thank you, Matt. You really helped.
Thanks,
All right,
Matt.
good. Well, that's good.
And she's
And he had kind
still
words to
with
say
us.
about the show, right? He liked the show?
Yes.
Yeah. And all of us.
Any reviews? Did he leave a 5-star review on iTunes? I don't know. Do we even ask for this anymore?
We should, though.
I feel like
you
that's like
you should leave a 5-star review on
that's a
iTunes.
podcast request from
Although, Ron, you
5
did
years
said
ago.
you might enjoy the upcoming, there's a, I don't know, some special,
the Batman,
Yeah.
the Batman droid. Yeah, I did see that. I did look that up,
Yes.
and it's cool. It's got a bat on it. Okay.
He has an X, but he's fine.
Yeah,
He's a
I'm
Robin. He has the Robin.
I'm more of, look at that. Anyway, all right, let's see the show.
We might have empty stomachs here in the studio, but that doesn't mean we don't have an hunger for Android news. So fill up.
He got me with the hunger. That's what. Yeah.
Hunger.
You got the hunger.
Good job, Brian.
That's how they used to say it.
It's true.
You know, there's an article about where that accent came from. Did we talk about this already on the show?
The Midwestern.
The Mid-Atlantic accent, which is gone, which was a affectation of the New England accent that they were trying for stage and theater and for radio. There was if you search where does the Mid-Atlantic accent come from or how people talk in the 40s or whatever, it was a great kind of linguistics kind of analysis.
Ooh.
And then it basically saying how nobody talks like that anymore because like people were trained to talk like that who were like going, doing plays or radio or whatever. They would.
So was it a regional accent or was it a film and performance accent?
It was a regional accent that got, I believe, I read this months ago. I could be wrong, but I believe it was a regional accent that got co-opted by radio in New York. Hence it being called the Mid-Atlantic. But you had like the Katharine Hepburns of the world who were like in Connecticut and talk like this and, oh, well, that'll be wonderful. And, and so, but it was a weird attempt to like have a United States accent and similar to the way the England had a British accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so,
okay, that makes
And we failed.
Yeah, so if you find that white, exactly. And now we say bay. So, whatever.
Yeah, well, some of us
She just gives me double eyes. I didn't say you.
No, I was just going to say, you don't ever want to say that on this show. I'm proof positive that you just don't even introduce that word on this show.
Anyway, I'm Jason's bae. When am I going to be your bae?
It's not a word. It's not a word. So we received a lot of email from All About Android viewers who also watched This Week in Google that I was on last week along with Jason and Gina and Jeff Jarvis, where Jason proceeded to lock himself out of his Google account by signing up for two-factor authentication and having the phone number be his Google Voice phone number.
Oops.
And got stuck in an analog loop. For those who are worried, he got access back to his account.
Yes.
He's okay. 2 days later, he was back up and running. But it's a cautionary tale. If you haven't watched it, go watch last week's This Week in Google, and you can see the hilarity ensue.
It's pretty amazing.
It was some great television.
You mean he didn't know? What I'm amazed by the fact that he didn't have two-step already.
Yes, because the thing that was part of the conversation was that why hadn't he done it yet? And he's like, it's so easy. I'm going to do it right now. And so we're all chatting, and then I watch him realize what happened and exhale, and then he says, "I used my Google Voice number," and then 20 minutes of laughter.
I'm laughing.
Exactly.
It's just the worst possible combination of things.
Horrible, but he's okay. He's back in his account, and all is fine. So thank you everyone who emailed.
So what was the solution?
You email Google and say, "Get me back in my account."
And they just do.
Yep, they just do.
You can be anyone and just email them. And
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
I think there were some steps to validate it and all things like that. But I got to imagine this happens. You would think that would happen enough that they would fix it, but it's Google. What can you do?
So Jason's not here, but that doesn't mean you'll be locked out of Android news. Try calling Google.
All right. Very good job, Brian. Way to make it timely.
That was great.
You got it.
Thank you for all that you do with the show. You are very on point when playing the breaking news bumper, for example.
Yeah,
it's just one of your highlights, Brian.
Are we going to change that to?
Yeah, I think we are. I think I have a lot of work to do between now and next. Here's the challenge. Actually, this is what I really want to hear from people. Songs about nougat. There are lots of songs about things like marshmallow and lollipop or whatever, but I don't think there are any songs about nougat that we can smash into a breaking news bumper.
I wonder if Ron knows any Italian songs or something about nougat, like folk song.
I think you're gonna have to make a nougat song on your next album or something. We'll just use it for the show.
I'm gonna make a song about nougat. I don't even like nougat, but I think I have to. So, anyways,
we gotta find a sampler of nougat to get you, so you can just try.
I should just order it. I mean, I could probably do that.
Yeah, let's order it. We should have a taste test on the show.
All right.
Did you see any of that chat? There's a bit of mouse running around
What?
this apartment
Yeah.
or this house.
I saw it run by earlier. It was really weird.
Oh my god, Brian!
Sorry.
That
Sorry.
That was too convincing. That was awesome.
I spent way too much time in the background working on that.
Mouse behind me, and I thought it was the real thing, and I freaked out.
Whoops.
So great.
God, I'm not
That was really good.
trolling me.
I considered bringing it up during the show, but I really didn't want to freak you out, depending on how phobic you are.
I was trying really hard to save straight face.
Before we get to the actual discussion stuff, we need to do what we didn't do last week.
Yes.
We need to unveil, in celebration of Nougat, we've got
I
Big
was looking
Hunk.
at that pile over there.
We've got Big Hunk,
Oh my
which apparently
gosh.
has Nougat.
Wait, who manufactures this? Annabelle's.
I've got the lovely Italian nougat.
Oh, that's the real stuff.
The Taroni nougat.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've got
everybody.
that right here. I'm
One
opening
bar,
that.
50 calories.
Is
Why? There's so many calories in nougat.
I don't. Well, this is like chocolate nougat.
Is it nougat or nougat?
Nougat.
Nougat?
There's a lot of people that say it's nougat.
Corn syrup, sugar, peanuts, honey, dried egg whites. Oh, this is the stuff that Ron had when he showed this.
Man, I wish I would have sent you some nougat, John. I apologize. I don't know if you happen to have nougat just laying around.
Hey guys, this is distributed from Hayward, California.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Pure white.
Okay, so I guess the question that I have is, like, I'm used to nougat as I say it, or nougat as a lot of people say it, being inside things I eat, like Snickers bar.
Yes.
But this is kind of new to me. The like.
It's nougat to you?
This is
nougat to you.
Imagine,
of wrong.
do you have a little Android figurine you could put on top of that? Because then you'd have the statue.
Let's get a close up, Jason.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, before we eat the nougat, and I'm sorry I didn't watch last week's show yet because I'm behind on podcasts and I don't like listening to my own shows.
At least you're honest.
Do we have a new bumper?
No. We
Not
don't.
yet. Okay. All right.
Nougat is really hard to find like a catchy song to.
You
I
guys,
have
it's
ideas.
really good.
I just haven't had
Yeah.
time to like do something with
The
it.
old candy commercial. Is there one that says with nougat?
I'm
There's gotta
open
be.
to suggestions. I've found like 4 different things. None of them were like, that's obviously it. But I could make it work if I need to.
All right, Jason, I'm gonna get on this. Okay. 'Cause I want to help you.
So good.
Okay, please do.
Ready?
All right,
On 3?
let's go.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Nougaty good.
Really?
That tastes like
Yeah, I
a
love
wedding.
it.
That's actually pretty good.
I love it.
Well, it's a wedding. It says it's a wedding treat on the back of the box.
Yeah.
From 1441
Yeah.
I don't know if I could eat.
at Bianca Maria Visconti's wedding.
I don't know if I could eat a lot of these. To be
I could eat
honest.
this entire box you sent me.
Really?
And it's
Wow,
a
this
big
is
box.
really
Look how
yummy.
big- look how much nougat I have.
This one's really good. This
I'm
one's
gonna
really
eat the
good.
entire thing.
This is quality nougat right here, y'all.
So this nougat thing you sent me, Jason, which I think you have, not only is a great store display, but it has 3 flavors: orange, vanilla, and lemon.
I just had the lemon one, everyone. Just by the way.
Yeah, I had the lemon.
You had lemon?
Yeah.
I had the vanilla. Try the vanilla; it's good.
I will.
Hey, maybe we should talk
Here,
about
I'll try the
Android.
vanilla one for you. I didn't have my afternoon snack.
Here, you eat vanilla. We're going to, Brian, if you're ready. I didn't give you any nougat. That's okay. We'll get it to you.
Do you want me to
We'll
throw
get
it-
we'll get
throw
a
it to
nougat
him?
messenger.
Yeah, just
in
toss
here.
it across the studio for
We'll
me.
get a messenger to bring you
I'm
some
really
nougat.
worried I'm going to break something and then I'll get fired.
By the way, I'm eating my second nougat, just so everyone knows.
Okay, I want to eat my second nugget too, just like Ron.
This is one of those moments where we realize we've invited someone on for the very first time. They've never been on the show before, and
Sorry.
you're probably sitting there, John, going, "What did I sign up for?"
I'm sorry, John.
We only get to do this once a year, so come on. It's a special moment. It's yeah. So.
I would like to describe the nugget for all of you at home. First of all, this packaging is very difficult to take off, which is good.
Hey,
Yeah, I would say it's childproof.
You just tear it.
It's very
Product
like,
shots.
ooh, here we go. It's very mushy.
You.
See? Look how mushy it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Just
can
rips
keep
apart
it.
very easily.
Here, Brian.
And these
All right.
Italian ones have
I think I can
slices
do
of
it.
almonds in them.
Oh,
Oh, it went underneath the TriCaster.
it's underneath the TriCaster forever.
And
Don't
it's
worry,
gonna
we're
melt
moving out.
there
We're
into the
moving out in a
floor.
couple of
I
months.
know, right?
Okay. we'll do this little nougat eating thing. But meanwhile, let's dive into some news.
I can't even think of an intro for this. You were waiting for it, but no, I can't. I can't
No, it's
even.
okay,
I'm
it's
so
okay.
thrown off by this
Android
nougat.
news fail.
It's
We
okay.
haven't had one
I'm
of
so
those in a
sorry,
long
Brian.
time.
Nah, you guys threw me
But
off.
this vanilla one is pretty good, but I have to say, guys,
Yeah.
lemon
All right,
so far has been my fave.
All right.
Let's let Brian do a take 2 on that.
Can I do take 2?
Sure. Go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That creamy segment that had a. I can't. No, that one doesn't work either.
It's okay. I think we got it.
It had a delicious center before it was cool. Android news. Something like that. I don't know.
All right. I like where you were going.
Let's start.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
Follow me if you want to live.
What is going on? I did not see this
I'm
coming.
hypnotizing you all.
Yeah, it's working. It's totally working.
Anyway,
And I'm asleep. Interesting. I learned something new about you today.
there's an airplane mode available with it. You can get different programs. If you unlock it, you get a couple X.
Wow.
You get different like monk chants and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
It's really helped me sleep, guys. And
hey,
it's from
if
the
it
Urban
works.
Android team, so it's from a legitimate Android development team.
Awesome. It works. If it works, that's the point, right?
If you watched last week, you saw Brian murder the Android news segment. And
Brian.
so this week, Josh is going to do his best to show Brian how it's done.
All right.
So that said, Josh, take it away.
No pressure.
I'm pretty much out of balls to do anything interesting in Pokemon Go, so it's time for Android news.
Oh, I think he did a good job there. What do you guys think? Phil's giving a thumbs up.
Yes.
You got this, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, good job, Josh.
I'm so
Okay.
filled
Good
with,
job, Josh.
I'm so filled
We're
with
just-
confidence
We're just
right now.
joshing you, Josh.
Oh, Flo, the pun was unneeded.
Sorry,
all right,
now
so
we're going to have to stop the show.
Josh, are you ready? It's time for the news.
Google announced a couple of pixels today, but we're presenting Android news in 900.
No!
We need the shot of the Hindenburg crashing.
Oh, you were so close. You were so close. That's a data point that you write down, Josh.
We're presenting Android news in 921,600 pixels.
21. Okay. I don't know if that
Whatever.
equates, but
I can see the Android news van going along the road at 60 miles an hour and it going off the side into the ditch.
the road turns and it just goes off the cliff. It's okay.
You know what happened? I started the news thing too early, and then I didn't have enough time.
Yeah, it's all right. You've been thinking about this literally all day. So
Aww.
it's true. He came
There
up.
goes my moment.
I wish I was there to hug Josh.
Yeah, I know. I feel like he needs a hug.
FIFA's almost here, where I believe phone companies compete in a soccer tournament. Let's hear about it in Android news.
I think you're confused, Josh.
Wow.
I don't think IFA has anything to do with soccer, but maybe
It does
it's
sound like it though. I feel like that was really good, Josh. It
That
would
was
have been
good.
better if we were talking about IFA in any capacity, but
But it's true. IFA is almost here. He was.
True,
it was
it
a-
is.
It's
It
a
is
fact.
exciting.
I said it was almost here.
Hey, we don't have Brian in the technical direction chair today. We have Mr. Macintosh in the chair. Do you think you're ready for the news, Josh? Do you think you can handle it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've talked it up, so
I
let's
know.
do it. It's time for the news.
You can plug in Android news as much as you want and it won't explode. Probably. It's time for Android news.
Okay, this is good.
All right.
A little hesitant at the beginning, but I appreciate where you were going.
I got that one from Kara. I can't even lie.
Oh, she fed that to you?
Yeah, I need writers, you guys. I need writers.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
You can't plug headphones into Courage. That's why the new Android phones have headphone jacks. It's Android news.
Yes.
Oh my God,
A
bless
plus.
you. Bless you for doing that. I have so much respect for you for doing that right now.
A plus. He actually asked me before the show, do any of the phones that are going to be on tonight, do they have a headphone jack? They all do?
Actually, all of them do.
Yeah, they all do. Yeah.
Yep.
I said, yeah, there's none that don't have a headphone jack. So
It's because I don't want Ron to call me out on it, because last time I made a FIFA joke, Ron was like, we're not talking about FIFA. And I felt really bad about it. So.
Josh.
We really shouldn't talk about FIFA on this show. It's more of a John Oliver thing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about the Note exploding.
I mean, IFA. Sorry.
IFA, yeah. Or FIFA. Whatever you want. IFA, FIFA, it's all the same thing. It's all over there.
But Brian, I hope you've rewritten something, because I know that Ron totally stole what you were going to say.
Still going to be hot.
In the news.
It might be hot outside, but we've got the hottest topics on Earth here on Android News.
That was good.
I like that one because he referenced the visual. Because it's a spinning Earth with the news, and he said we have the hottest stories on Earth.
Thank
So,
you,
good job.
Ron. I'm glad
Good
you
job.
noticed that little nuance. Thank you.
I did. That was good.
And he
Good job,
also
Ron.
revealed his affinity for Hot Topic, the score.
Oh.
And also, Mars is really hot. So what's hotter than Mars? Nothing.
That's true, I think.
We're getting deep here, guys.
Yeah, this is going
You want to
deep.
be technical. Nobody told them
I
not
think
to.
it's sparkly and shiny and nice.
That icon is fine. That was a whole lot of hullabaloo. But Jason's angry.
I want a thought bubble.
You'll get one. There you go. You get mine.
I get the seconds. I get the leftovers.
Yeah.
You can do it. And nobody will sue you, likely.
That's the motto I live by.
Yay! I get a heart! Oh, this is great.
It's about time. Oh, Brian, you're the best.
Thanks, Brian. You are the best.
Brian, you've got a lot of material to work with. We've got one news story. Let's hit it.
There wasn't any news thing in the docs. I thought I was going to get out of it tonight.
That got
No, it
shifted
got moved
around.
down.
Sorry about that. But
Yeah.
no,
Oh.
there is right now.
Okay, well, here we go. If I had something to say, I'd say it here. But instead, you'll watch Android News.
Okay, that works. Considering I didn't give you a forewarning, I apologize about that.
That's what we call a parachute in the biz. He just had to get out.
Just gotta make the jump.
It's news, and that's all. Bleak says, shh, don't mention Wave. And to which I had to mention Wave.
There you go. There you go.
Is the book still on Amazon?
My God, Jason, I haven't checked, and
I have to.
don't do it.
I really want to know.
The best thing that book did for me is that it gave me just a great punchline, and people are like, wow, you've done so many good things, and I'm like, yeah, and I wrote a book on Wave, and it takes a beat, and now that it's been several years now, so the joke's not going to work for much longer, but it takes a beat, and I can always get people to smile in our industry. So.
The complete guide. The complete guide to Google
and
Wave.
2
That's
stars.
awesome.
Well, but 2 stars based on 1 customer review, so I wouldn't trust that.
Wow.
That's a blast from the past.
I love
Thanks,
it,
Jason.
though.
It's good. It's good.
I love it. No, I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome that you wrote a book about Wave.
I own and celebrate my failures.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Just own it.
That's exactly.
As my bio sometimes says, I'm busy filling the internet with cat pictures and travel content.
And occasionally goats. Just saying.
You said it. You said the G word really early in the show.
Well, I mean,
Is this a shtick I'm not aware of?
This is just a thing.
Oh, this is an ongoing.
Because every time
you'll
Mateo
see.
is on the show, I'm gone. So this is the
Oh,
first
you'll
time
see,
we've
Flo.
managed to sync up.
Listen, Flo, so in about an hour, you're gonna find out what the joke is all about. So you stay tuned.
Okay.
Yeah.
This show is for you. Yes, we've got alligator cases,
Crocodile.
Crocodile. That's authentic alligator cases, crocodile cases, and goats. It's just
I will give Mateo this credit that he is the only recurring guest on All About Android that actually has recurring bits that carry over from show to show. I mean, really, the closest would be Phil Nickinson, and that's just general grumpiness. But Mateo's actually got several different bits that he can go into at any moment. So you just hold on tight. It's going to be one of those shows. So.
I do wonder if Phil knows that his bit is general grumpiness. That makes me laugh.
We've got a brand new OS, a brand new studio, but it's the same old Android news.
Very nice. Very nice.
It is the same old Android news.
Kind of negative on us. The same old Android news.
No,
because you guys are really reliable, and it's good.
All right.
So
All right.
it doesn't have to be different.
You're right. Now I'm seeing it your way, Ron. Maybe that wasn't so hot. You just think about that. Noodle on that the entire episode, Brian. I want you to feel very badly about what you didn't intend for us to interpret your news segment with. Okay?
I'll work on it.
All right, good. All right, Mateo, it's your time to shine. Give us your 2-minute review of the thing that I won't say out loud because I'll let you say it.
Okay then. So this week I'm participating in the app arena for Team GG&G, which is guests, Gina, and goats, with Goat Simulator: Waste of Space. So this is the third installment of Goat Simulator for Android. It's
At this
available
point, are they
both in
only
Google Play-
making these? Are they only making this game for you to show it on the show, Mateo?
I hope so, because if that I have quite a few feature requests to ask them to put in it. I'm sure Brian would also like to see some corgis appear in the game every now and again.
Yeah.
Whether it's pronounced Nougat or Nougat, we've got plenty of news filling for you on Android News.
There you go, topical. Brian's the best in the biz. There you go.
Yeah, he's pretty
Right on.
darn good.
Brian, can you zoom in on the patent, the face in the patent? Just it's super. I've just been staring at Jason's
creepy.
screen.
He's really happy.
That's really creepy. That would make a good like Halloween like prop to put like you open the door, there's this like smiling figurine in white.
Yeah. They really
With disco balls in the background.
Welcome to my party.
What does the disco balls have to do with VR?
It's a party.
So-
VR is a party.
Yep.
But yeah, my friends' kids, they were like trying out the Gear VRs at Best Buy. They were just kind of hanging out. And so I sent her the Gear VR that I had at my house because her kids were like super into it. And the pictures, she was like super thankful. And I was just thinking about why the Gear VR is so popular and why it's been successful is because it's just like, it's so easy to use as long as you have the phone.
And comfortable. Cardboard was a good introduction, I suppose, but there was never a level of comfort with it. You still had a piece of cardboard stuck to your
Right.
face that you had to hold on to.
But I'm
Your
just
VR
thinking
kind
about
of
like for
relieves that.
mainstream, like just thinking about mainstream consumers and people like just, there's a mom, she has a Galaxy, S7 and it can run all this stuff. And like she has, 2 little boys that she wants to like, give them this experience. And all she has to do is spend $100, get this little like attachment and
they can go on a roller coaster ride.
Exactly. And then to Ron's point, talking about the woman who's crying, well, you can make your own little videos that are like, 360 videos. Like imagine, I don't know, filming me giving birth and showing that to my mother. Like she would probably cry. I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Machu Picchu.
Just FYI, the studio feels really weird right now since I said that. There is an air of weirdness. And I'm really sorry. It just kind of came out of me.
Or maybe suddenly a weird guy with disco balls appears.
I mean,
Smiling at you and won't go away. Go away, weird guy with disco balls. Seriously.
It's Google's 18th birthday, and we're all looking forward to having a beer with it when it turns 21. It's time for Android News.
I'm thinking it might be good to celebrate the 18th birthday with a nougat cake.
Nougat
cake?
It's like a chewy cake.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be very good, but it would be applicable.
You know what I keep thinking about, though? I keep thinking about the little, there were these nougat crackers that I ate like after the show, so it wasn't on the show, and they had like green onions in them, and they were savory, and then like a nougat center. And they were actually really good.
That doesn't, it doesn't sound good. It might be good. I would have to be convinced to try it, but.
Okay, well, they're at your desk.
No, that's They're in that bag full of Nougat stuff.
During the ad, you could
Apparently, I didn't eat the ones with onions in them, and I think I'm okay with
really
it.
good, actually.
I think I'm okay with it.
So we got a video mail from someone who wants to have the final word on the Nougat debate.
The Nougat.
It's Jay from Tacoma. Hey, I want to let you know that my phone is working again. My problem was that it wasn't talking to me before, and it's been doing it pretty much like I said ever since day after I sent you this video mail. But anyway, I have another question for you. Have you asked Google now how to pronounce nougat? It's kind of interesting. Give it a try. Thanks, guys.
I have
Talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Should we do this?
That's not only a clever approach to it. I'm surprised we didn't think of that.
I
know. What is nougat?
Nougat, a candy made from sugar or honey, nuts, and egg white.
European pronunciation for the win.
Yeah, and it's like it was very polite in correcting me.
Yeah,
it was like, you meant nougat, right?
Yeah, it didn't push up its glasses when it said that, or it didn't say, well, actually, it's nougat. It just said nougat. Like I'm gonna ignore your faux pas, and we're just gonna tell you what it is.
We're just gonna move along. I'll give you the answer, and next time you won't ask me that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Google. Now.
Good job, America.
We tend to take over things and say it's ours. This is how you pronounce it.
Freedom candy. And as I said, a 1-hour selfie masterclass was the highlight of
What
the
did you learn?
presentation.
So what did you learn from your masterclass?
I learned that I have to hold the phone higher, not show off my nostrils.
Yes, that's
Try
important.
and angle the
Angles.
view.
Yeah,
it's
it
all
is.
very thing. But Huawei have done everything they can to make the software of this help you to take amazing selfies. So they have preset.
You sound like you work for Huawei.
I know.
Either that or you're very convinced.
I'm very convinced because I have taken some very disconcerting pictures, not only of myself, but of Brian. Do we have that picture of Brian to show?
I hope so.
Oh,
so this is Brian, our technical director and sometimes news voice guy, mostly news voice guy.
You know,
he was not actually wearing makeup though, right?
He wasn't wearing makeup. So this is a new feature that is part of the Nova lineup, which makes it more of a lifestyle product than, say, the previous versions of Huawei's devices.
You can see your nostrils, Mateo.
Exactly. So I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah.
But we'll show off some pictures we took of Flo earlier.
That I took of myself.
So this is Flo with which makeup selfie mode
That
was
was
this?
the nude mode, which is weird.
So there are lots of
that was the cute mode. The first one was the cute mode.
Cute mode, yeah.
The next one was glamour.
Okay.
And then that one was
like,
I don't remember which one that
It
was.
went over your face with like a white marker and a blur tool, and
so
Yeah.
these are all preset selfie makeup modes, which can be live.
And you
So when
preview them live, right?
So you preview all these different selfie
Put on some
modes.
makeup, Mateo. Come
So
on.
I'll put on the most disconcerting one to me, which is club. So there we are.
Oh, that first one was club. That was the one that I was doing.
Wow.
Oh, so that's taking the selfie. We'll just go and preview that.
This is what we become as a society. This is.
I mean, they do say
who
the
needs makeup
male,
anymore?
the male gender is usually the most beautiful of every species. So
there we go.
Who needs makeup anymore? We
No
can just
comments
use our
about
phone.
shirts. This is the future of humanity. The amount of engineering time put into making this software and deploying it to the devices must have been impressive. You must have put a lot of work into this.
well, no, because there's a
Something is
crap
used.
ton of apps like that on the Play Store that do all the like layover
The face stuff. Yeah, I brought all of
I've
them
been
into the
using
arena
them.
at
Yeah,
some
I've been
point.
using them for years.
Well, this is all new to me, so I may have been one of the ones.
So this has nothing to do with today's announcement from Google. We're going to get to that in a moment, but we wanted to highlight an interesting thing that happened last night. So last night I received a tweet from a faithful viewer, Dave Q. Actually, Josh, if we can pull up his tweet. He sent a tweet that said, that basically said, Ron XO's voice turns up in a Rave intro tune in front of thousands at Android Show. And I read that and I didn't quite understand what he meant by that. And so I clicked on the YouTube link, and well, Josh, let's play the first link, and you can see what I heard after clicking. This is a huge day. This is the day that we've been waiting.
Whoa. That's Ron's voice. What you didn't hear before that,
Wait,
you heard.
you guys have to wait for the.
Yeah, replay from the very beginning. Drag to the very beginning.
Hang on. So no, well before you do that, I got to take it through the linear. So that's the link that Dave Q shared with us, and I did some research, and it turned out to be there's a DJ named Marshmello, and that was a clip is from him playing Lollapalooza in Chicago a couple of weeks ago in August. But as you mentioned, before you hear my voice saying this is Dave Will Rain for you, hear somebody saying Marshmello. And so I did some more digging on YouTube, and then I found the second clip where you can hear it crystal clear. So Josh, roll the second clip.
Marshmello.
Yo, marshmallow.
This is a huge day. This is the day that we've been waiting for.
So the yo marshmallow, is that you, Flo?
I mean, it sounds like something I would say. I say yo a lot as resident millennial.
I think it might actually be. So it's Flo saying marshmallow and Ron saying this is the day we've been waiting for on some random DJ's opening at Lollapalooza.
So now this opens up a series of questions, which is one, did the guy just look for any mentions of Marshmello out in the world because his DJ name is Marshmello and he's using that? Or is he a fan of the show?
Oh, man. We need to know the answer to this question. Is somebody connected with Marshmello? If so, put him in contact with us, aaa@twit.tv. We have to talk to you about this because this is weird.
Yep. So now what's funny is that I wanted to listen to more to see if there was any other clips of us, but I couldn't get through 10 more seconds of music because it's god-awful.
No. It was pretty. It was like it's very dirty dubstep. That's what I call it.
Well, he's actually played shows with Skrillex, so it actually makes a whole lot of sense. This guy's he's a big deal. He's a big deal, apparently. So, hey, you guys are famous. Again.
There you go.
And I'm still Florence Ion.
Wait a minute. So your last name has not changed?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
That's cool.
All right.
My wife actually did the same thing. She's got the same last name.
It's the 21st century.
Who wants
She's
to
got
get
a
rid of a last name like Ion?
I know.
True.
Well,
it's a good name, and you got a byline
And
to
it's
worry
only
about.
3 letters. It's so easy.
Yeah. I mean, Ion is a pretty badass last name.
So.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would think about getting rid of that last name. So it works. It works. Well, congratulations.
Thank
because you, I don't know, got married over the weekend.
I did.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And you're here on
I'm
Tuesday.
a little tired.
I can imagine.
I'm still shocked you're here. I mean, bravo for commitment to the All About Android beat. But congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ron. I feel bad, though, because I did bring some pastries to the set from the wedding that actually have nougat in them.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, did you do that on purpose? Did you pre-plan the wedding pastries to have nougat in them, or was that just a happy accident?
I'm trying to talk to my mom about how I can ship one of these to you.
So I will hold it up on my product camera because it is a product.
It's really good.
This is This is what nougat looks like. This right here.
It's in a wafer thing with nuts. Anyway,
I'm not going to
like
take a
3
bite
of
right
them.
now.
I had 3. It's not hard. You can.
I know, but I've got lots of talking to do.
Okay, this is true.
I'm not.
It's really good.
I'm sure it is. I'm going to save it. I'm going to make sure that it's part of my product camera all day.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll enjoy this a little bit later.
Well, I hope you brought your gavel because you've been subpoenaed to the court of Android. Prepare for Android news.
Well done. That was one of the better ones. Good job, Brian.
Got a juror too.
All right, Brian, I know that you prepared a bumper for Florence's Hardware Shack, so play it. I'm just kidding.
Brian, I got all happy.
I wish I had thought to do that in advance. Instead, I just threw Brian under the bus. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right. I'll come up with something later.
Although, Brian, if you do ever make a little bumper, make sure it goes, Hardware Shack, it's a little place where... Hey, come on now.
Welcome to Flo's Android Shack. See what she hates, see what she likes, and you may not go home.
It's just like a shack in the middle of Petaluma, like...
Did you just search Android Shack or...
Chickens milling about.
Oh, that was great, Brian.
Actually, I would love it, Brian, if we could put a goat there, just FYI. Tie a goat, make sure the lawn is nice.
Yeah.
Keep
No,
it in
you
the
know what?
story.
You know what?
Do not encourage Mateo anymore with the goats, please.
Mateo's going to be here next week. He's literally going to be in studio next week. So maybe Mateo can help.
Yeah. Wait, was he in studio when Ron was here? No, Ron. It was just the three of us. Oh, okay.
Well,
last time he was there, I was here.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I was.
So next week is shaping up to be a pretty crazy episode. I'm sure Mateo can help us with our goat needs.
And it's the day after Halloween, so.
I thought about inviting him over to sit in on the show tonight, but I was like, no, it's my time. It's my time.
My time down here, yeah.
Tune in next week if you want to see a goat in front of the shack.
At the goat shack. Obviously, Mateo, you've been on the show many, many times in the past. Coolsmartphone.com. How's it going, Mateo?
Very well, thanks. It's good to be back.
And I think we need to comment on Mateo's garb.
What?
Mateo's really gone native. His time here in the States. He's really.
Are you wearing a goat shirt?
Yeah,
of course you are.
It's just like literally Mateo's like, how can I be Ron's worst nightmare? I'm gonna wear a goat shirt under the American flag. It's great. It's good to see you, Mateo.
Good to see you too, Ron.
Oh Jesus, really? I look down and he's got a goddamn cowboy hat on. Like, all I gotta say is that why did we not send a reality crew on the road trip of these three Android developers driving from the Android barbecue to Petaluma? Like, it's like you thought Borat was funny. It's Mateo and his friends.
It would have been an adventure, let me tell you.
And there's plenty of llama and goat farms up here where you could go and
I don't want to know how you got here after the Android barbecue. I'm assuming you flew. I don't want to know. In my mental image, you guys have a station wagon from like 1979. It's a Woody.
Yeah, with the Woody.
Right?
Oh,
yeah, right. And it's just like, and they're on the open road, and like they're getting lots of weird looks, and
we get lots of weird looks. That's not a problem.
I'm pretty sure that happened. All right, Brian, I know you may have thought that we were going to leave you out in the wilderness without an opportunity to do a news bumper, but here's your magic moment. It's time for the news.
It's been an all. Dang it. Hold on.
Way too long into the show.
Sorry, we didn't give you.
You build it up, and I took a bite of like beef jerky, right?
Blame the beef jerky.
Okay.
Time for the news.
It's been a jam-packed all about Android, so prepare yourselves for a jam-packed Android news.
I like the first one better.
No one will ever see.
No, I'm leaving that in. That's not going anywhere. Sorry, I'm bringing up my Thunderbolt.
Wow.
Oh, is that what you ran away to go get?
Remember when people were complaining about how big the Thunderbolt was? Those are good times.
I mean, the Thunderbolt is thick. Don't get me wrong. It's got junk in the trunk. Look at that thing.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
But didn't it need it because the battery would only last like 15 minutes or something if you connected it to...
the glory days of smartphones.
Yes,
look at that. Look at HEC Sense. I haven't seen that in so long. Look at that bottom. Oh, man.
I went through the flip clock, too. Those are good times.
I went through my box of old phones and found this in there, and yeah, there you go. I'm
might
surprised it
fire-
still has a charge. I mean, seriously, this thing still has a charge, dude.
That's crazy.
How long has it been since this was booted up? I can't even remember. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at that search bar. Wow, look at that.
This is the old Thunderbolt, and this is the new Thunderbolt.
We've come so far.
It kind of has similar wallpapers, too. How did that happen?
Oh, yeah? Kind of similar colors. Got a new segment. It's VR.
Wait. Do you have a new role?
Ooh.
It's like we're there.
Wow.
That's pretty. I like that.
That is so cool.
Jeff Kosmicki comes through again with a
I
new
like how
bumper for
it's
VR.
it's like a dude in a room, an Android dude in a room, and there's like police sirens.
Right. Okay, so I asked him about that when he did it, and I was like, so what's the idea behind the kind of sound design? And he said, well, you know, when you're in VR, you're in your own world, and then you break out of it, and this is the real world.
No, that's
you're
why
surrounded
I
by
laugh at
police
it.
sirens.
It's funny, because that's
that kind of stuff.
the whole point of virtual reality.
What I got to tell you, it's funny that you mentioned Jeff Kosmicki, who's the fantastic creator of that VR bumper, because I met him the other night.
Oh, there he is.
There's me and Jeff Kosmicki. I was at the live show of Super Ego, which is a podcast with Paul F. Tompkins and Matt Gorley and some other great comedian folks at the Bell House in Brooklyn. And the show was all done, and I was actually hanging out with my buddy Pete, Pete the retailer from Star Wars Minute Podcast. And Jeff comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, Ron, all about Android?" And I didn't know I've never seen Jeff Kosmicki, and so I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Thinking it's just a loyal All About Android audience member. He's like, "Hey, it's Jeff Kosmicki," and I lost it at the show. I completely made my friend take pictures. I was thanking him. He was great. We had a long talk. Apparently he grew up in the DC music scene in the 80s, which I'm a big fan of. So we talked about music. Jeff was super cool dude. Really, he drove up from DC to see Super Ego.
That is so random and awesome. I love it.
And what are the odds that in Brooklyn I would run into the guy who's created all of our awesome bumpers? So Jeff, hats off to you, and hopefully we can hang out again soon sometime.
No kidding. That is so cool. That is so awesome. Yeah. Last week when we talk about things like this, it's our bumper segment VR segment. I messed that one up.
Our bumper segment.
It's our bumper segment where we talk about bumpers. Like this one.
Oh man, we should make a show all about bumpers, and where we review other shows' bumpers, and we talk about transitions and things like that. That's a great idea.
If there's enough, are there enough bumpers to do that with? Podcasts. You'd have to expand it out into TV shows.
Well, yeah, no, you can look at CNN's bumpers, you can look at MSNBC's bumpers, you can look at another podcast bumpers, you can go on YouTube. I'm sure that the Star Wars show and stuff like that, they've got bumpers. I'm telling you, we could do all about bumpers. We're on it, Jason. Let's do it. 2017, all about bumpers.
As Scott Johnson of Frog Pants says, make the show that you want to see.
Exactly.
That's the recipe for success when it comes to podcasts. Make the show you want to see, and we want to see a show that's all about bumpers. Yeah, when I was at VRDC, I've already told this on the show, but I'll tell you too. I was at VRDC, and they had a little booth. Google had a booth where they were showing off a couple of these. And when I finally got in there, that was the first thing they said. They were like, "All right, come on over here. You get to check it out, but I just need to warn you, it's a little wet." And,
no.
And it was this whole area right here was damp. You put that sucker on your face and it was like damp coolness resting on your cheek.
Oh no.
So if that isn't enough to kind of gross you out, there you go.
You're a brave soul. I don't think I could have done it.
I only did it because up until that, it hadn't even released yet. I was like,
okay,
I gotta take one for the team on this one. Got to do it. Moist VR goggle on face.
That when you're at a live demo event, what you don't want to hear is it's a little wet.
Oh no.
But what I found so funny about it is it was totally in passing. It was like, here's your VR goggle, and forewarning, it's a little wet. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't care. I'm here to check out the goggle.
You got to get some Clorox wipes that you just travel with.
Yeah, apparently they should have had those actually.
So it's been a long time coming, but Google Play Services will no longer support any Android versions below API level 14. That means that officially and finally, Gingerbread and Honeycomb are unsupported. And to give you a context give you some idea of what that means, the latest distribution numbers as of last month, Gingerbread sat at 1.3% of the population, and Honeycomb isn't even on the list. And Froyo is still holding on at 0.1%.
Yeah.
Jason, last week you turned on your old, which one was that? The Thunderbolt. What was that running?
That had to. I can't remember, but I'm guessing it's probably either ice. Would it be ice cream? No, it would be before that. It would probably be gingerbread. Don't try and pin this on me, Ron.
I was gonna say you're skewing the numbers for November, man.
I see what you're doing now. I've caught up. Yeah, I didn't connect to the Play Store. Maybe I will, just to throw things off, though.
Yeah.
Just to make you upset. I get hot face when I do Daydream VR. It gets hot to the touch. And at some point you get an error or a toast message that says, "Stop doing VR for right now. Let your phone cool off," and you actually have to take it out and stop.
Wow. I'm picturing the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark when the Nazi picks up the medallion and it burns the medallion image on his palm. You guys are all gonna have that little G in your hands from taking it out of your daydream. Yeah.
No, we're gonna have the visor burn on the face. The
I
visor
thought you were picturing the scene later in the movie where the guy's face melts like a candle.
Oh, that too.
So
that
many.
works as well too, Aaron. Good point. Good
Or
point.
maybe that's what happens when you plug in your Samsung.
Right, your Note 7. That's one thing I never got to. Yes, that. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you use the Daydream View. Your face melting experience.
A scene that gave me nightmares as a child. Now I'm going to have nightmares again tonight.
You and me both, Aaron. You and me both.
Now, yes, me too. Now it just looks like a wax candle being melted.
Yeah.
So the Pixel phones, as we know, were first unveiled 2 months ago, with Google finally making its mark in both hardware design as well as its new Google-ier approach with Android, above and beyond what we always talk about on the show with vanilla Android. And Brian, I believe we have a guest to talk about that. Can you pull up the Hiroshi graphic? Thank you. So I can ask Hiroshi. Hiroshi, how are things going 2 months later?
I think things are going great. You know, we've gotten great reviews for the Pixel, and so it was nice to have more devices out there running Android.
You're actually online. Woo! It's Hiroshi Lockheimer, SVP of Android, Chrome OS, and Play. This is a really big moment for us. I have to thank you first and foremost for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us today.
Thanks for having me, and that was incredibly distracting to see myself talk, but I've never done that before. That was cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a bit that we've had on the show, I mean, dating back as far as Andy Rubin.
Yep.
When we first started the show, we would have What Would Andy Say? And I mean, all along the board. So let's talk a little bit about Nougat. And I guess more specifically, like every month, actually, we've kind of fallen out of the habit of this a little bit of checking in on platform distribution numbers, because very often it's like, what can I say now? That number moved a couple of digits. Okay, great, moving on. But I mean, let's take a look at this month, for example. New platform distribution numbers released. Nougat sits at 0.4%. Now, admittedly, it hasn't been out very long, but 0.4% is a pretty low percentage.
Yeah. You know, by the way, just real quick, I was in France last week, and it's Nougat. It's not.
I know.
Yeah, my father, my Romanian father already corrected me on the pronunciation.
I was going to say many of our audience is going to be cheering for Hiroshi right now.
Look, listen, I was there for 12 hours. I am clearly an expert in French now. There's a whole town. Did you hear about this? There's this whole town where they celebrated for weeks. The fact that this is a town where they are famous for their nougat, where they apparently invented it. And so I think it's called Montelima. And they celebrated this amazing sort of citywide celebration that they had. So I heard about that in France. But anyway.
We can blame Snickers for most of us calling it nougat, okay? I'm going to pass the blame to someone else.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
All right. We have this bit of app news. I think we caught Brian sleeping. Were you sleeping, Brian? Oh, there's a little pillow over there.
Just a delayed reaction.
Oh, okay. All right. Totally on purpose, though, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Man, I was worried there for a second. Google wants you to keep in touch with your friends and your family in case of an emergency, and that's why it just launched Trusted Contacts for Android. So, you know, obviously they had what was it, Latitude years ago for like tracking location, all that kind of stuff. They ended up folding part of that functionality into Google Plus. It's still there, location services. So if you want to kind of like on a more casual level, if tracking someone's location is casual, you could do that. You could track, you know, if they're sharing their location data with you, you can track where they are.
I'm casually tracking you. I'm not focused on it, but every now and then I just like to check.
I'm not studying where you are right now, but I can find out where you are at any given point of the time of day.
Do you know how many people use that tracking functionality on the Nextel phones back in the day?
No, dude, it's not even Nextel. It's on iOS. I was hanging out with my friends in San Francisco, and he was like, and he opened up an app, and there's all these dots where his wife was, where his kids were like, and I was like, what the hell is that? It was like so freaky. They've got this weird Find My Friends app where you literally see where people are, and that I was like, I would not sign up for that at all. Not that I'm hiding where I am, but it just seems so bizarre. It just like I don't know. It's weird.
Facebook Nearby does that, and that's how I've actually. I hang out with friends based on that.
Let's get a drink.
But, I live in such a small town that.
But here's the thing though, is that I used to use Foursquare, and I guess now I use Swarm, or used to use these apps in that way. Where like when I was living in San Francisco, I just open up Swarm and see, oh, there's a bunch of people checked in at a bar, in the Mission. I'll text one of them to see what's going on because they voluntarily said this is where I am. But this Find My Friends app and Latitude, the way it worked was literally passive tracking. Like just you don't know that the person is looking to see where you are. I think that's weird.
And then you forget, and then you realize,
But I
wait a minute, they
mean,
can.
if you're having a serious case of FOMO, just go on your app and see where your friends are, and just show up and go, "Hey guys, you forgot to invite me."
That's weird.
But I'm
You're
here.
like, oh, hey, everyone, Ron's here. Hey, Ron. Hey.
Why is it me? It's Flo in this example. It's not me. I got invited. Flo didn't get invited, Jason. You and I were out. Flo was the one who had the FOMO.
All right, so all of these things that we just talked about is not what Trusted Contacts is actually about. This is actually a little different. I was setting the scene, but I'm really happy that we did that.
We really set that scene for you guys.
I'm really happy that we went there.
If anything, we got casual tracking out of it. And I think that's going to be a bit for a long time.
Very well could be. And that's that. And wow, that was a lot of clips. Definitely more than, I think, somewhere around like 100, 110. The fact is, when you've got Brian doing all of those news bumpers up at the top, and it's hard for me to not include all of those in the best of, that right there, I mean, that shoots the number up tremendously right to begin with. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to put together. And again, big thanks to Victor for helping out in assembling and editing this piece. I know it's a lot of work because I've done it plenty of times before myself, so I really appreciate his hard work on that. As usual, we are back next week, regularly scheduled program. So leave us a voicemail, 347-SHOW-AAA. Send us emails, video mails at AAA@twit.tv. Find us on Twitter. We're at Android Show. We have a subreddit at twitaaa.reddit.com. Of course, our show notes and past episodes can always be found on our home on the web. That's twit.tv/AAA. And you can catch us live every Tuesday, starting next Tuesday and into 2017 at around 5:30 p.m. Pacific at twit.tv/live. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week on another episode of All About Android. Happy New Year. But that is it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Or stick around and watch whatever we did today already. Again.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but here it goes.
All right, whatever this is. Oh, there it is. There it is, me saying, and here it is again.
It takes the
here it is
last
again.
frame
here it is
of
again.
whatever.
Here it is again. Here it is again.
That's
here
pretty
it is
cool.
Again. Here it is again. Here it is again. Oh, is it overtime color shifting?
It looks like it,
it's like it's feeding into itself.
Oh man, that's
and if we left this
scary.
for 20 minutes, it would be like an acid trip, basically.
Right.
This is getting dark.
Oh.
Duh.
You're turning into an Oompa Loompa.
I am. Again. Here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again. It's again.
Wow, that was frightening.
Thank you.
Man.